The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, and I'm very excited to dive into tonight's session with my friends because I never know what they're going to do or say. In Shelly's case, you just never know what's going to happen around here, and that's the fun of it. So thank you all for being here. Let's get introduced to my friends. Here they are. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Another week of Greyhawk? What is going on? We're back. Andy G3D just resubbed 27 months in a row. Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh gosh,
That's incredible. We should give you a job.
Yeah, let's make them work.
I know, right?
Let's make them work for all these subs. Congratulations, you've been hired.
Thanks.
It was a rigorous interview process, but you made it through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks really excited for the job too. Look at him.
Yeah. He looks
We
overworked and
prioritize
underpaid.
hiring people from Minnesota, so you had a shoe in.
That's true. That's nepotism.
Local.
All right,
Nepotism.
look.
Who's related?
I don't know. All of us.
Small
Shelley?
town, like where'd they come from? I
If you
mean,
trace it back, I'm sure we all,
the
know,
family,
We all
the family
sprang-
trees are
sprang
reeds
from
out
the
there.
same-
Let's face some facts.
We're all
Loins.
cousins.
we sprang from the same.
A first generation. No, wait. A pseudo first generation Minnesotan.
You are?
Yeah. Both my
Okay,
parents were
well,
born in
welcome.
different places.
Welcome to the state.
Thank you. I've lived here my whole life.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyways, I'll get to welcome you back to Duluth this weekend. I'm excited about it. We're gonna have some fun in person, which is gonna be great. Can't wait. All right, let's keep this crazy train rolling, this hype train perhaps rolling into the station. Or off the rails, whatever you prefer. Let's go around the table here and introduce ourselves and tell folks who you are playing. And if you've got anything that you want to plug, let's do that too. Thank you, Vamp Wickman, for the cheering. We just hit a hype train, and there's Kirk burning things down. I love that gif of Kirk.
Burning down
Hi,
the
Kirk.
house.
We miss you, buddy. We'll see him this weekend too.
Hey,
Vamp.
that'd be great.
Ew. Yeah, thanks a lot, Vamp. Appreciate it. We all got an advantage. No.
Thanks.
Ooh,
My
nice.
friends, let's
Yeah.
get this
You're the
going.
best.
We're going to go around the table, and I'd like to start with Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Sure. Yep. Hi.
Yep, there you are.
There I am. Here I am. I'm Shelly. You can find me still on Twitter at Real Flea Monkey and on the chats doing stuff, talking about whatever as Flea Monkey. Tonight I am playing Nori Philomena Bibblespark, who is a 4th level Hexblade Warlock Forest Gnome. And she is pretty excited about this new thing she's trying. She's going to start eating some plants, doing some stuff,
Ooh,
trying it out on everybody else. I don't know.
okay.
Wow.
Have some ointments, have some
Alright.
tinctures.
All right.
That's all I got.
I like it. I like it. Tinctures and ointments coming right up. All right, Shelly, great to have you back. Thank you so much for making me giggle every time we get together. Appreciate you. Let's jump over to someone else that makes me giggle all the time. That'd be Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Love the hair.
Hey. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley. That is Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky and Minnesota Muse 99 on Threads. And I am playing for you tonight Xanthi, the golden-skinned changeling sorcerer, who doesn't really know a lot about her origins, except for she grew up above a cartography shop.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She probably
Finger
never got
guns.
lost on her way to the kitchen.
Da-da-da. Yeah.
That was not good.
Maps.
Yeah. Ashley, thank you so much for getting your hair done and joining us tonight. We really appreciate that.
For you, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you. Someone else who might have gotten their hair done a lot more recently than myself. Let's jump over to Bleak Season. Hey, buddy. Look at that hair. What's going on?
Is that also for Dave?
Yep.
I love
It's
the
all for
grease.
Dave. It's all for Dave. It's all for Dave. Hey, not too
Whoa,
much.
Little Bone.
Hanging out in there. Yeah, Little Bones just tipped us 1,000 bits.
Whoa, what?
What?
Is that even
That's
possible?
Right.
Okay.
Dave, I'm gonna need you to go get a pickle, wrap it up, and mail it to Little Bones.
So
we
each
have
take
pickles
two?
all over the place over here. That's one thing I have in
So-
stock.
She'll get like an old pickle in the mail.
All pickles are good pickles for Bones.
I mean, she
Bones
can
are-
cherish it. She doesn't have to eat it, you know?
Oh no, Bones will eat it. She'll
Um,
be like, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow and then eat it.
Sounds like a dare.
You want teeth?
Dude, you
Okay,
want
we can send
pickles?
you
We can
teeth.
get, we can get you pickles. No
I
problem.
can get you a tooth by 4 o'clock this afternoon.
God,
7.
that's Canada for you.
That's right.
They have teeth in their pickles. It's weird.
And
It
their
is.
free healthcare.
Yeah.
Well, you have to, and your
Makes sense.
pickles are as hard as a stone. Break your teeth off.
It's a bit of a
I
pickle.
feel like I missed something, but okay.
I don't know what's going on.
All
Thank you, Little Bones. Appreciate your enthusiastic support of whatever the hell is going on here. Wow.
You need a pickle emoji, Bones. Just saying, just putting it out there. Gonna need
All
a
right,
pickle
Bleak,
emoji.
tell us what's going
Hey, hi,
on.
I'm
Yeah.
Bleak Season. I'm hanging out here with my friend Gump Worsley because
Hey,
I'm
Gump.
not from Minnesota, but
Hey.
it's my connection. My Minnesota connection is Gump Worsley. Yeah, hi. I am Bleak Season. I am playing Lachlan Felspar, the most electrifying dwarf in all of Greyhawk. To plug, I do have tomorrow night Penny Dreadful game on my Twitch channel at 8 p.m.
Nice.
We're using the Vason system to do Penny Dreadful, like the TV show. It's gonna be kind of weird and crazy. It's with the gang from Live from the Apocalypse. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on Twitch / the Bleak Season. And other than that, hanging out here. Cause me and Gump. That's what we do.
Well, welcome back. Can't wait to see your Penny Dreadful game. That sounds awesome. And it's always nice to see Gump make a little bit of an appearance.
Yep.
Very
Gump's
little
very nice.
appearance. Yeah.
Hanging it.
All right. Thank you, Bleak. Let's jump over to Andy G3D coming to you live from a basement near you.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch. And sometimes on Discord, I change it up a lot. I don't know why, but yeah, tonight I'm beaming to you live from my younger brother's basement.
Ooh.
It's a lot of fun. I bought a $13 purple light to
It's
spice
nice.
up the brown background. I don't
Just
know.
for this?
I think it's yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
hashtag
dedication,
dedication.
man. Yeah. This guy takes
No,
his
I'm-
streaming
I'm
seriously.
a
Hashtag
stickler for
player.
stream quality. What can I say?
That's why you're our
Tonight-
number one producer.
You know. Anyway, I know. Anyways, tonight
Yep.
I will be playing Desmond Adelar, level 4 rogue arcane
Whoa.
trickster, and yeah, just excited to get back into it. Where are we going from here?
I guess we'll
Maybe
find
we should
out.
have talked about that in off.
There's literally no one knows. Literally, the GM doesn't know.
Fire druids.
I never know anything.
Literally.
I never know anything with this group. Andy, thank you so much. Glad that your mobile system is up and running. You sound great. Looks great. Love the light. Good effort.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
nice. It's real
I
nice.
still have this like flashlight.
Yeah, it looks like you're being interrogated, possibly.
I know.
Just signal to us if you need rescue. Give us the signal. All right, look, hey guys, everybody knows who I am. I'm Dave. I run games, I play games, I produce games, and I bring people together because I like to play games with people. So yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate you all. We've got in 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be taking a slight break from the Greyhawk world, and we're going to be diving into a 3-shot of a fantastic game called Pirate Borg. So that'll be here on Tuesday night, starting on the 19th of September, which happens to be Talk Like a Pirate Day. So are you going to be ready to join us, lad and lasses and everyone else in between? Because we're going to get crazy, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to be pirates. So come on over and hang out with us. Andy's going to be there. Ashley's going to be there. Some other folks are going to be there, like Adrian and Sid and Erica. It's going to be fun. And you don't want to miss it. So come on over and check that out in just 2 weeks. I think next week, Bleak, you're launching into a new Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
Arc
I'm
as
going
well.
to I'm gonna go rescue Andy from his basement and bring him back here, plug him in at the board, and we're gonna do a brand new Lord of the Ring arc, the Headless Cross, finishing the trilogy that we started. So that starts Thursday next week.
That's awesome. Can't wait. That story has been fan-frickin-tastic. I'm really digging the Lord of the Rings 5e, and I'm super jazzed about this Moria Kickstarter that's going on right now. We don't have the link to it, but it's definitely like already funded, and it's going to be epic. So super excited
like
about that.
Mines of Moria?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be good.
There.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, rave trolls
Yep.
and everything.
Yep.
Rave trolls.
That sounds
Yeah.
dope.
Now you're talking. I love it. That's what
my kinda
Tolkien's
game.
intended.
Mhm.
I love it.
A lot of
Okay,
glow
look.
sticks.
Magical glow sticks. We've all been there. Okay, so a couple other things before we get started. We are sponsored by CZRPG, you guys. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. Yep. They have been our sponsor for a long time. And I always ask Christian how he's liking that, and he keeps sending us stuff to give away. So I think he's pretty happy with it, and we are too, because we get to give away cool stuff. Like tonight, we are going to be giving away a digital copy of The Amazing Encounters and Places, The Hunt. This was a Kickstarter add-on to the Amazing Places and Encounters Kickstarter that they had. It looks amazing. I haven't dove into it, but it is a gorgeously laid out 5th edition supplement. There's an adventure with different encounters, combat, exploration, social encounters. There's a legendary creature. And what's really cool is that this digital package also comes with an STL file. And I had to look that up to figure out what that was. And guess what? It's a 3D print of a mini for the big bad, which is really cool. So if you want to possibly win that thing, type an exclamation mark drawing into the chat. I just put the information in the chat for you. Exclamation mark drawing. Andy's going to show you how to do it. It's very, very simple, even when you only have one monitor in front of you and a small little keyboard. It looks really good. There's a cool monster. You can see him right there on the screen. So anyways, thank you to Christian and the folks over at CZ RPG for continuing to provide us with things to give away to folks. So welcome in, everybody. Hello, Scottish Jeff, Cardman, Wiley Hobbit, Vamp. The crew is here. Little Bones, we love you all. Thanks for being here and getting goofy with us. Other announcements. I don't really know if we have other announcements. We should probably do some recognition, though. We play a lot of tabletop audio tracks. So if you haven't heard of them, you definitely should go check out the link that I just posted. Their music is fantastic. We love it. We almost exclusively use it with few exceptions, but they make some really great stuff. I'd also like to point out that we utilize the amazing maps created by Anna Meyer, who just has dedicated herself to creating Greyhawk maps that are outstanding and inspirational. So go check out Anna's maps. And if you really like to dig into the Greyhawk lore like I do, you might want to go check out a little thing called the Greycast. I think we can give a big shout out to our friend Wiley Hobbit for putting together some really fun podcasts with his friends and giving us some lore drops on the regular. So thank you for that, Scott. We really appreciate it. Really good stuff. I love listening to it when I'm in the car driving around. I get to learn more about Greyhawk because I'm a nerd. All right. Did we lose Andy, or is he just taking a little breather?
Basement demons got him.
Oh, I knew that was
They
bound to
drag him
happen.
away.
Oh no!
I think so.
You have to go
Oh,
crank up
there he is.
the
You made it.
yeah,
He's
Oh my
smiling.
God.
It was a good time.
I dropped my
crank up the
D20.
Jenny.
It looks like a forced
dropped-
smile. Are you okay?
I dropped my D20 under the table. I had to crawl around.
Blink twice if they're
what
holding
you
you
call it?
captive.
God damn it.
Send money.
Send Dave a new shirt. I'm going to have to change wardrobe at break. Okay.
Wow.
Can't see anything down here.
What's happening right now?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
We're in a
You know
state
what? It
of
sounds
chaos.
like it's time for a recap.
Thank you. Thank
Almost
you,
time
Ashley.
for the break.
I think you're right. All right, let's do a recap. I like that idea quite a bit. In our last session, the party narrowly escaped Twilight Falls as multiple structure fires burned in the aftermath of their battle with a fiery elemental creature in the Black Hand warehouse. They disappeared into the forest, having saved the druid Shiral, and began searching for the logged-over grove where they could mark a tree stump to signal the Green Jerkin Rangers. Their contact, Isaac Finley, arrived with a small squad of rangers. In the wee hours of the morning, they gathered the party in Shiral and guided them through the gnarly forest to their secret outpost of Thornhaven. Shiral, mortally wounded by the elemental assassin, was whisked away to a medical tent while the party sacked out for some much-needed rest. After the rest, the party took an audience with Shiral, whose physical pain was compounded by emotional trauma from learning of Jeru Ashstaff's death at the hand of the fire elemental. Shiral revealed her mission in Nulb, watching for the return of wickedness to the Temple of Elemental Evil. She described learning of the Black Hand's involvement with the river pirates, the ledger she'd nicked from Mr. McKinty, how it described business dealings with someone referred to only as the letter Z, and a troubling reference to something called the Dark Druids. When her snooping was detected by McKinty and the other pirates, Shiral was sent upriver for questioning by Gromlin, the Black Hand lieutenant in charge of Twilight Falls. Now, during this time, you learned that a cabal known as the Dark Druids made a deal with the Black Hand in order to procure magical means of channeling some ancient Urflan sorcery to invoke some sort of cataclysmic rebalancing, that there was a corruption in the circle of druids, and that Shiral and Jeru had been seeking to thwart their plans. But they didn't have enough information. Jeru had considered all of this somehow connected to something that Shiral referred to as the Shards of Sulphides. She implored the party to take up the cause and stop the Dark Druids from unleashing their dangerous, dark path across the land, already evidenced by the fungal blight that had been spread like a rash across the gnarly forest and surrounds. Days passed, and an elven healer named Willow Whisperwind arrived in camp to perform a ritualistic healing ceremony over Shiral. The healer did what she could to stop Shiral's elemental wound from consuming her and shared in conversation with the party, revealing that there was one powerful druid who could harness elemental energies such as these, a druid named Ignis the Flame Ward. Now, Willow went on to suggest that the only way to truly save Shiral was to destroy the one who wielded the magic that wounded her as such. And if Ignis was at the root of this evil, then his end might cause the magic to fade. The days have passed, my friends, as you have spent time with the Jerkin Rangers. You have healed yourselves, trained, you have studied magic, harnessed the powers within you to gather your strength and your resources for what lies ahead. You've been given supplies and support from the Jerkin Rangers, who seem very reluctant to throw themselves into the fray at this point, unsure about where things might fall with the Circle of Druids and how their involvement may or may not tip the scales in some unintended way. For their realm is on the level of law, of protection, albeit imperfect, as was pointed out by our astute dwarven cleric. But they don't tend to meddle in the affairs, the cosmic affairs of the adherents and the leaders of the old faith. But they do support you. They have committed themselves to protecting Shiral, to allowing Shiral to stay with them for as long as they may need to. And at this point, as you prepare yourselves to set out to possibly fulfill what Shiral implored you to do to stop the Dark Druids, you have a moment, or you have some time here if you'd like to clarify anything that was revealed to you during the last session by any of the NPCs that you encountered, or to set out. You have been given a map that was drawn up by one of Isaac's men. I'm going to show that map to you in just a minute. But if there's anything that you want to do to prepare yourselves before leaving, this would be the time to do that. My friends, what would you like to do?
Did we decide, like, who's gonna get the amulet? Like, who's most likely to get diseased?
Well, where are we
Total
going? now?
package?
I was
Nori,
gonna
of
say, if
course.
we're going to Null, maybe I need
Nori.
to have it on.
We go somewhere, there's a lot of dwarves, Nori gets it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anywhere
I mean,
else, no.
otherwise Lachlan is, has had some near romances as well.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, but Lachlan's just
Here.
a tease. Lachlan's just a tease. He's saving himself for the right person, but he likes to play around a little bit. But
Well, if
He's
we
a
go back
flirt.
to the logging camp, maybe you need to wear it
Yeah.
if it's still there.
We will be murdered if we go back to the logging clan.
yeah, they're gonna chop us down like trees.
Nah.
Well, okay, so whoever it can move around. So who's gonna wear it right now? Does that?
I mean, whoever wears it right now is just holding on to it, right?
I don't know.
Nobody's sick.
Should we just put it
Right.
in the bag?
I mean, I'm good.
No,
to be safe.
I'm
Somebody
I'm-
should use it.
quite
That's-
hale and hearty, so someone who's a little sicklier than me, like, and I sort of look at Des.
All right. Okay.
Brittle bones.
I'll
We
wear
already
it.
got a ring of jumping.
Doesn't require attunement, which is nice.
Oh, okay. No, that's
If you
nice.
are immune, you are immune to contracting any disease while you wear it. And if you're already infected with the disease, it suppresses the effects of that disease, but it doesn't cure you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that probably Des is a good idea because I'm assuming Nori's got a healthier constitution.
Or is it because of the traps?
As an
and
old
the fact
man.
that he touches everything.
Everything, and if there's like a cursed disease or something, guaranteed it's aiming for him. So
I vote Des for now,
All right. Go ahead, Des.
but no offense. I don't think you're weak. Just
Yeah.
think it looks good on you. Complements your skin tones.
I have added it to my character sheet.
Do we have any other, like, objects that needed to get identified? Because we were there for a couple of days, right?
Yes. Yeah, you were there for a couple of days resting, and it took a couple of days for Willow Whisperwind to arrive to even begin the rituals. And then Nori spent some time with her doing some sort of like herbalism type stuff. And yeah, so it would have been a couple of days. You could have identified a few things for sure.
Okay. Well, if we had a lot of downtime, I would have cast Detect Magic over, like, the contents
Oh,
of
God.
our shared bag, the group
Mhm.
bag. So, if you would disclose to me anything that's in there that might be magic.
I would have to look at
Sure.
said bag list to know what's even in there.
All right. Like
So-
ivory inlaid box with ring.
Oh,
I
God.
think
technically
we
Des
identified
has-
the ring.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
That
the
was
ring
the
of protection.
Ring of protection that we.
Yeah.
Oh,
gave
that
you.
was the ring of protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The box itself is not magical.
And then we
And then-
identified the amulet and the dagger that Des found.
What was the dagger?
It was a non-magical silver dagger.
Silver. Yep.
Okay, the stone dagger with lizard folk skin Lachlan picked up.
Mm.
Do you want to?
Say it one more time.
Lachlan
sounds
picked
cool.
up a stone dagger, with lizard folk skin on it.
Oh God, yeah.
Gross.
That's magical?
No, it's just
Okay.
disgusting.
You know, we
Somebody's
thought it was like
garbage.
lizard skin wrapped handle, but it's just bits of lizard.
What about the
People-
bone
Oh.
bracelet from Lizard Men that Des has? Is that magical?
No, just
No.
trend. It's just trendy.
Can I wear it?
Yes.
Give it to me.
Gimme.
Do they have a blacksmith or anyone that makes and or sells weapons?
They have a small forge that they use to repair weapons, but they don't make them whole scale here. What did you need?
A hand axe?
Oh, you need a hand axe. I can get you a hand axe. Isaac can get you a hand axe. Absolutely.
By
By 4 o'clock.
Yeah. By 8:05 Central PM.
Well, if Isaac can get me a hand axe, I would certainly give Isaac a handshake.
Okay, he'll take it.
Dave, quick question.
He doesn't give it up right away though. He kind of plays hard to get. But then he ultimately gives you the axe and takes the
Surprises
handshake.
me, that mustache.
Yeah.
He's a little coy.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay. So some people like to play hard to get. He likes to play hard to want.
Nice one. Andy, yes?
Earlier we got magic arrows at one
Oh.
point.
Of course.
Can those be fired from a crossbow?
They're not bolts, unfortunately. They
Okay,
are
so
indeed
I would-
arrows.
We would need a bow in order
Correct.
to use those.
Yep.
Alright.
Those healing potions that Nori and Willow made, holding hands, are they regular? 2d4.
Holding hands? I don't remember the holding
Well,
hands part, but I
That's
like
how
it.
Nori remembers it.
Yeah. Very
The
fondly.
regular?
Fond memories. Yes, those are regular healing potions.
Okay.
Yep. Good old fashioned magical healing potions.
I think that's all the stuff that might be magic. Oh, is the doll magical? The creepy doll.
Fuck. You guys still have that thing?
Yeah, it's
We
in the
do?
bag of holding.
Oh no.
I tried to give it to Mona, but she didn't want it.
The hag wouldn't take it.
Let's get a D100 roll from the chat, please.
You tell us if it's magical.
Yeah.
In a game
Creepy
recently, I had a creepy
Elizabethan
doll that
doll
would record
or
a message.
Victorian doll.
Pretty fun.
They would record a message and then replay it.
Yeah.
That's
What
pretty
was the
sweet.
message?
No, you could say whatever you wanted to it,
Oh,
and then
okay.
it would just repeat it later. So I had a lot of fun with it.
It's magical.
Yep.
Dave, Des would like to get a short bow from the Rangers. If
Do you have anything to trade?
Oh,
They like handshakes.
I thought that was a euphemism.
It was
Oh,
a
perfect.
dwarven handshake,
a gnarly handshake.
Brooklyn Park handshake.
That's kind.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. I don't know if I. Oh, I have. One moment. I have a silver necklace that I found
Oh,
among dead bandit bodies.
yeah. You can
Early
trade. They'll gladly trade that for what kind of a bow do you want? Longbow,
Short
short
bow.
bow? Yeah,
Short bow.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. He'll also
Right.
because of the perceived value of that necklace, he'll also give you a small bundle. And when you open the bundle, you can see that it is a small basket of mushrooms.
Des, do you ever feel like you paid too much? I feel like you might have paid too
Sometimes.
much here.
You
Are
think I
those
paid too much?
pity mushrooms?
I've paid like 25 gold for a short bow before. You think that necklace was worth that much?
Well, look at all this stuff they're giving you. Can I have one of those mushrooms?
Yeah.
I'll put the mushroom in my pouch.
Dave,
Oh,
are
I
they
thought you
are
were
they
going to try it.
are they magical mushrooms?
If you ask, he says that all mushrooms are magical, if you think about it.
Okay.
Oh, those things are going to get you so high.
It'll be
Oh,
a fun
no.
It's
watch.
possible. All right.
Do you
What
have we
else?
could all take them
Can
together?
I identify the doll then since it's magic?
The
we have enough
soul is
time?
magic?
Yes, the
you
chat
can,
decided the
What?
doll is magic.
you
They
can
rolled for
you can
magic,
try to
creepy
identify
doll.
it. Give me an Arcana check.
Come on.
Oh God.
Oh no, it's bad. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. How do I make character sheet? It will take just a second. All right, my Arcana. Yeah, that's 8.
You're not sure exactly like what school of magic even it might be, but it definitely glows. And when you perform your ritual, the doll is just kind of like slumped over, and you go through your ritual to identify whether or not it's magic, and you try to identify the type of magic. And when you sort of like open your eyes and look over, the doll is sitting straight up looking at you.
I just chuck it back into the handy haversack. It
Wow.
looked at me. So creepy.
Why did it go back in the bag? Let's get rid of it.
Well, we don't want it just running around on its own. Like, even if it were alive, it's trapped in there.
We could cut its arms and legs off.
Well, we don't need to do that. I mean, but obviously it doesn't
might
need to
make it
breathe,
angry.
so that's a real issue.
All right. I think I've bought everything I want to buy. Can Des get the 4 purple magic arrows from Xanthi?
Where did those come from?
They're a while
The
ago.
moat
I think we
house?
found them in the Mout House.
Oh my God.
124.
Oh, only about a year ago.
No, they just say magic +1.
Oh, there you go.
I think they're +1 arrows.
Yeah. Sounds like
Still
it.
hauling around
Haven't
levels
used
on
+1 arrows.
magical loot.
That was easy. I thought you guys were going to really throw me some curveballs.
Is my
All right.
underwear +1?
Probably.
Cool.
+1 underwear of holding.
+1 what?
Keeps it all.
Room
Held.
for +1 more. I'm good. I think I'm pretty settled.
Xanthi would
Okay.
also like to update her journal, her travel journal, and put in a drawing and some information about the elemental assassin and the fire methods that accompany it, just to have that in there. And I guess a roll.
Yeah,
to
give
see
us
how
a
good is-
roll.
Oh man, I'm doing bad today. So they look awful. She really doesn't know how to do flames in a drawing.
It's tough.
Kind of looks like a little flame man with like 2 eyes. I rolled a 3.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but it captures, at least in your mind, sort of the story of what happened to the best of your ability. There's a lot going on. You get the sense that some of the rangers are leaving Thornhaven, the outpost, going out on some sort of mission that you're not privy to the details of, while others are coming in. But there's been almost a full sort of changeover of the personnel. So even though the fort itself is not large and it supports a small group of these rangers, it seems like there's more rangers than meets the eye. they could be anywhere, really.
It's a lot of jerking.
Yeah, all over the place.
So there's more than normal? Like their numbers seem to be swelling?
Well, no, they're not swelling, but there's like a shift. As some come in, others leave. What was that, Shelley?
The jokes write themselves.
They do. They just do.
I feel like we're cursed right now.
Something's not right with us tonight.
Tonight?
I didn't even do that on purpose.
Wow.
Oh God. Wow.
Oh my God. All right, you guys, look. What do you want to do?
I want to go kill some Dark Druids.
Do you want to see this
Yeah.
map that they gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the
All
map.
right, let's look at the map. All right, let me bring up the map here. So, this is the map that Isaac gave to you, okay? Let's see if I can
Are
get it
those
up on the
trees to
screen.
scale?
Possibly.
Did he really take the time to draw all those trees one by one?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep,
Passionate about
he did.
trees.
They love their trees. So there's a
Those wood.
map. And you know that they spoke of the town of Namburil, which is to the east, and that this place, which they believe to be possibly linked with this Sulfides phenomenon, is somewhere south of Namburil, through a ridge pass and through what appears to be and what they describe as a desolate area of the forest that has been corrupted in recent years. They have refrained from delving too deep into this area and have been keeping an eye on certain parts of the perimeter where the gnarly forest is still healthy. There is a path through this area. This used to be once a vibrant part of the forest. There is a path. There potentially are denizens of this area, but they have not delved deep into it. It is shrouded in fog and quite dangerous. But nevertheless, you have a map.
So what do they think is there? Like they gave us a map to
The standing
haven't really told us-
stones.
what Sulfides is.
Well, okay. Did you ask anybody about it?
Dads, what are Sulfides?
Oh my God, sorry.
So we'll assume that you asked somebody about it then, because I'm not sure if we got into it. It was mentioned a few times last week.
The shards of Sulfides.
Yep. Yep.
Flame magic of the flame wielding druids, right?
Possibly. Give me a nature check, Des.
Okay.
The likely person that you would have talked to would have been
Pretty good.
Willow Whisperwind. You know, she's a healer. She's kind of a druid type. Between her and Chiral, you would have been able to tease apart some information about this. What'd you roll, Des?
22.
Okay. All right, so they start describing Sulfides to you, and you start to pick up a couple of details that sort of jog your memory a little bit. Only 3 years before the current time that you're in, there was a, hey, Phantom, thanks for the raid, buddy. Good to see ya. 3 years ago, there was a comet that passed very close to Earth. Extremely close. So close that parts of it broke off from the comet. And it broke apart, and fragments of the celestial body were said to have impacted locations across the globe. And Desmond, you with the role that you made, you recognize hearing about this in Verbo City, because it was a major celestial event that learned people knowledgeable of astronomy would have been talking about, and you would have overheard this comet having multiple names. One of them, Sulfides, and the other name, Hyakutake.
That sounds familiar.
Mhm.
All right, Des
In
is just going to
another
pass
life.
that on to everybody.
In an alternate world.
Now, the other thing that, right, the other thing that Willow Whisperwind would probably mention to you, or actually that Shra would mention to you, is that Jeru had this theory that the comet was a portent of something dangerous or something looming, something outside of the normal range of understanding, but something that would impact the peoples of the Flanness and beyond, really. But that it was just the beginning of something. But what that is will only be known to Jeru at this point, and he has taken that with him to beyond the material plane, to wherever he is now.
So if we go to the Sulfides and try to investigate whatever happened there, I mean, do we know that's related to the fire assassin?
Well, if we look at it from an etymological point of view, sulfides does seem to have some connection to words like sulfites and so on and so forth, which have connections with fire, so I don't know.
So the people naming the location knew that there would be a comet that was going to hit there?
You know, people tend to have prophecies and sayings and soothsayings about things like that, so maybe
All right.
I'll tell you
So-
what though, if we go, we're gonna find out.
No, it's true. It's true. So our choices are go to Sulfides, investigate the comet, or we could hunt down that rogue druid guy,
Ignis.
Ignis, who might be the person creating these things.
What if they're both in the same place?
They're both in Sulfides.
We
Well,
don't
that
know
would
where
be
Ignis is,
helpful.
right?
This is a map.
have a general idea?
This is a map to the area where Ignis, the standing stones that Ignis is associated with,
Supposed to be.
are located.
So my
And
feeling
they
is,
wrote Sulfides on the map, you know, just like because they think that it has something to do with what's going on.
so you know, let's follow the map. Go there, take a look around. If we see any dark druids, put boots to asses,
Smoke them.
and then you know, never speak of it again.
I
Maybe
also
pick
need
up a curse or two along the way for Des, you know.
I also need
As a party
100 gold
favor.
pieces worth of diamonds.
That's very random, Des. What do you need 100 gold pieces worth of diamonds for?
So I can get rid of my last curse.
That's right. I guess we should start asking Jerkins if they have diamonds, because we don't have diamonds.
Do we think it's worth sneaking back into Twilight Falls? I mean,
No.
had that really nice shop,
I think we should go
Could have-
back there anyway.
stuff there to take. I mean,
Why would we go back to Twilight Falls?
stuff to take.
Just to
To
rob
have
them?
for us.
It's
we
been
need it.
days. They've rebuilt.
They're weak.
In
right
days.
now.
We're not going back to Twilight Falls.
We're
There's
gonna
a-
roll in there and take it over.
There's a
Well, that wasn't what I was
there's a pissed
suggesting,
off
but
there's a pissed off old lady with one brass knuckle too many now, and we're not going back there.
do we want to
I'm
go
not-
see if her house got burnt? Their
I'm
house?
not worried about her.
We're gonna go
Just
we're gonna
feel
go to where this
bad.
map says. Look, Des, I have 100 gold on me right now. It's yours. If we find a place to buy diamonds, you can have it and buy diamonds, and we'll,
Yeah,
get you-
we have money in the bag for it. We just, you know, we need to find diamonds to be able to trade that, and I don't know where we would find actual diamonds.
Well, we'll find them in the city somewhere.
Dave, how big is this town, Namburil?
It's small.
Small.
Yep.
Like Nulb?
Maybe like 100 individuals live there. Probably Nulb size.
Also, I realize I just told the rogue I have 100 gold on me, so my days are probably numbered.
Watch your wallet.
It's okay. When Des kills you, I'll bring you back from the dead.
Oh my
Thanks.
god.
Just ask me for the gold instead.
It should just, yeah, it'll probably take a few levels before he kills you, but
Well, if no one else needs anything, I would say let's get going. Time's a wasting, and you know, I'm
Yeah.
kind of wanting to. I would like to sort of get this done so that Chiral doesn't die on us. We've come pretty far, and we've done a lot of questionable things to get here, so I'd rather it not go to waste.
Well, if
Right.
we've already done questionable things, why don't we just roll in and take some stuff?
Okay, Nori, zip.
I think there's a lot of potential there
It's
We're
2
not.
against 2 here.
We're not going back. We're not
in Twilight Falls.
going back to Twilight Falls.
The hornet's nest.
What do you think,
Hornet's nest.
Xanthi?
It's all stirred up and burned, and everyone's super mad.
So you don't
Oh,
want
wait
to
a
go
second.
back?
Hold on.
And
Wait a
they're
second.
weak right now.
Show me the map for a second. Not Dave.
Which-
I'm asking whoever's holding the map to show.
Oh,
it to me.
oh, sorry. She
Thanks.
unfolds it. She hands it to you.
I take the map and I start walking
Oh shit.
Oh,
in that
hell.
direction.
All
Good.
right,
When he does that. Uh,
we're going.
can Des just inquire real quick if they have diamonds in in this ranger fort anywhere?
Yeah, nobody has diamonds.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It'd be like trying to
Moving
find
on.
a diamond in a ranger fort.
Yeah, they kind of laugh.
It's always something.
Take a painting. Will last longer.
You do notice, though, as you pass by, that Isaac has a small diamond earring.
No.
Does it look like
no.
it'd be worth 100 gold?
No.
We'll move on.
Does it have to be one? Or can it be several, totaling
No,
100?
It just has to be 100 gold pieces of diamonds, and then you crush them up into a powder,
Well, we
Dust.
can start our collection.
a dust,
Good, but
diamond dust.
Probably not a good idea here. Okay. Well, I mean,
Right.
Lachlan's just a speck on the horizon at this point, so we should probably go. Right?
We better catch up.
I think Xanthi's running up behind me.
Yep.
I got short legs, so she'll catch up.
All right, so you guys set out.
I give you back the map, Xanthi, once you're catching up. Once you've caught up. with me.
okay.
You
Thanks.
set out from
We should
Thornhaven.
really give that to Nori.
No.
Up? Yeah,
She's
Des is a smart man.
Fine.
No. Why are you doing that?
I grab it if she's offering it to me.
Give her the.
All I've ever known is maps.
Give the map. I can't believe I'm.
I
I'm
don't
like-
have proficiency in it though.
Maps and destruction.
I don't know how that works.
Okay, let's go. And then I shove it in my backpack and then I start walking.
All right, so you're going to make your way to Namburil first and then head south according to the map.
Yes.
Okay. So as you do this, it's about a week's journey between the Twilight Falls area and Namburil. And most of the journey is fairly benign. You see some travelers on the road heading in both directions. Some of them, the ones that overtake you as you're walking, are in wagons or on horseback. and they don't seem to stop to talk to you unless you try to flag them down. But you do see a couple of people on the road. You don't get into any, the first couple of days, you don't really get into any sort of strange situations or scenarios.
Very suspicious.
Exactly. And there are plentiful camping locations along the road itself. This is a fairly well-used trade route and travel route between the lands of Selene and the Viscountcy of Verbobank to the west, and this free city of Greyhawk and the surrounds to the east, as well as Divers and other locations. So there's quite a bit of as the farther east you go, you start to see more traffic. Many of the travelers gnomish, and you find places to camp without problem. On one night, you set up camp, and you have a moment to talk about what your plan is. You sort of set up your watches. You have the supplies you need, including good food. Like, you don't even have to dip into your rations. They sent you with foods. You have the mushrooms and other things that they gave to you, in addition to those delicious little shrooms. But you make camp, and this takes a couple of days to get to Namuril. And on one particular night, you sit down to have your meal, and you hear the familiar now sound of owls hooting, not too far away from where you're camped, as the sun sets behind the canopy of the gnarly forest.
I don't even react anymore.
Yes,
Kind of
did
used to
your
it.
Owl ever come back? Okay.
All right, guys, I'm worried. This is going way too well. I've never
gonna eat
seen a
them.
road so well paved.
I haven't
So
bled
many
in
camping
days.
spots.
To be fair, it's not a paved road. It is a dirt road. But yes, I understand what you're saying.
I think it's a perfect time to eat those mushrooms.
You haven't eaten it already?
No, I was waiting for you guys.
Why don't you go first?
Dez is muted. He's saying stuff though.
No wonder nobody was talking to me. Yeah, we can eat the mushrooms.
Have you eaten any yet?
No, I'm scared. Will you-
Well, I mean, watch this and see what happens. And Noi will eat hers. She'll sniff it first and like rub it on her face a little bit. Examine it. Texture. Eat it.
Gnomish constitution.
How
Do you
are
cook it or anything, or
feeling?
you just eat it? You just plop it in your mouth right out of the bundle?
I'm just gonna eat this one as is.
Okay.
Fresh. Chunky. Whatever.
Yeah, it tastes earthy. There's a little bit of dirt that kind of gives you a little bit of grit, but it tastes delicious. It probably would taste better if you cooked it, maybe with some butter and some herbs and that kind of thing. But yeah, they're beautiful mushrooms. They're large and they're plump and they're just full, and you are completely sated with essentially that one mushroom. It's like you ate almost a full meal.
And nothing weird is happening to me.
Not as best as you
Looks
can
like
tell.
a hand.
No
Okay.
trails.
No trails,
Yeah.
no tracers. Good.
Yeah.
You guys, these are good. Should we cook them over the fire? I mean, I feel fine. There's no reason to be scared.
Okay.
All right. It'll take a while to cook so we can see if it kicks in.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
And right there is where I decide not to eat any.
Absolutely nothing.
Lachlan, roll a perception check.
Oh man, hold on. 13.
As you sort of are watching this exchange take place and you're feeling skeptical about the mushrooms, you take a look at Nori's eyes and they are dilated to the size of like dinner plates.
You guys can feel free to go ahead, but Just be prepared. They might have a little bit of a side effect that Nori has not yet fully.
There are no side effects, and I'm like laying backwards in the grass right now.
Or maybe she is.
She
Oh.
looks totally fine.
This
Yeah, it's
feels
kinda hard
great,
to
you
tell
guys.
It's kind of hard to tell
Is
with
this
Nori.
a
if she's
normal
really high
grass
or-
angel or intoxicated grass angel?
Watch me dog paddle through this, and I'll flip over to the other side and try to swim on the forward.
Oh,
Side.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we don't make the stew with the mushrooms.
Those
I'm gonna do this by
jerkins.
myself. Okay.
No wonder these
missing out.
mushrooms are so
Does anyone have a proficiency in nature or survival
valuable.
The drunk one.
besides Nori?
No, not proficiency.
Not
but
proficiency.
but
Okay.
Des is
Only one
+4 for
proficient.
nature.
You guys need me for
Uh,
something?
Give us
Do
a
some
roll,
naturing
Des.
over there.
Give us a nature
Right.
roll.
12.
Yeah, I mean, you know that some mushrooms have some sort of psychotropic properties, others don't. The way Nori is acting right now leads you to believe that perhaps these are the
ones do.
fun ones.
How many
Some-
did he give you?
A whole bag. I mean, I have a lot of these. It's how heavy is the bag of mushrooms?
I mean, mushrooms in and of themselves aren't super heavy especially when they're a little dry, but you have a bundle, I would say, like, let's just call it a basketball size bundle of mushrooms. Nori, what are
wonder
you
the
doing
green
right now?
jerkins
I have a lot of these mushrooms.
No wonder they're not getting anything accomplished. They're just sitting back eating mushrooms all day.
As you turn, you look at Nori. What's happening with Nori right now?
Nori is up
Probably
to
gets kind of barren in that
a
fort.
tree. What's your name? Do you like it here? How does the dirt feel? I mean, do you like having your feet in the dirt, buried? You're a quiet one. What about you? I walk over to another tree.
Is she talking to the birds again?
No, she's talking to all the plants. I would like to
Oh.
sleight of hand a mushroom out of that bag,
All right.
or attempt to.
Give us a sleight of hand check.
15.
Lachlan notices you grab one.
I
Are you
make
gonna
like
eat
I
it?
don't see nothing.
You eat it?
She does. She does.
All right. So Xanthi eats one.
What the hell? Des will eat one too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. You guys look
Lachlan.
over. You guys look over at Nori. What is Nori doing right now?
Nori is currently stroking another tree on the trunk. You should really moisturize. Can I climb it? Can I get up it? Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead and give us a climb check.
Like acrobatics?
Yeah,
Or-
athletics.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay.
I'm not feeling anything.
Xanthi's gonna run over to the tree and like go and hug it.
I-
Are you going to
I
talk to
don't
me
feel like-
now?
I don't feel like hugging trees at all.
Hello? Anyone?
Nori rolled a 1.
You're like just kind of trying to scramble up the tree and sliding back down. And as you sort of fall and land kind of on your butt and just kind of stare at the tree, Desmond and Xanthi, you realize that you're not feeling anything.
Xanthi's still hugging the tree and trying to like coerce it to do something. Do you only speak to Nori?
Hey, Des, look at me, Des. I look at Dez's eyes. Are they dilating?
Are they dilated?
Yeah, they are.
I'm not feeling
Nori's
anything.
eating.
I think
Nori's
I
eating
got,
grass now.
I think I got a bad one.
Nah, you know, yeah, maybe it's just that some people like to, you know, use the excuse to do the things they love to do normally, but don't dare to because they're afraid of what other people are going to think.
You look over and Xanthi is trying to make a grass angel.
You know, if they're having fun.
If Nori sees the grass angel action, she'll come over with like green smear on her face because she's been eating the grass. Sandy, you
Oh my
gotta try
God.
this. It's kind of minty.
Is it good?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
She takes it.
Eat it right now.
Bleh.
You don't like it?
This grass.
You don't like it?
It doesn't taste like mint at all.
What does it taste like to you? I get mint overtones with a little cilantro on the finish.
No.
What do you?
It's a little.
What about
I
this
don't
grass?
know.
And I grab some right near your head, and I put it on your mouth.
Feel like you're
Try
missing
this.
out,
I
Des,
eat it.
because you don't feel like
Oh,
eating
that's
them.
worse.
Oh,
I
there's some dirt on it. Wait, and I wipe it off. Put it back on her mouth.
I am
Did you
kind
even
of
try
feeling
this
left out.
one?
Yeah.
Des, you get the sense that these are not magic mushrooms.
Maybe they just got some of the good ones, and the rest of them weren't like that.
Or you know, maybe they're just weird. Which is
Yeah,
okay.
Xanthi will get up and walk back to you guys and go, all right, so the trees didn't talk to me and the grass was terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not feeling anything. I don't think these ones are magic in that way.
Do they all look the same?
Yeah.
Nori's running away, going caca, caca.
Oh, she's talking to the birds. No.
And at this point, the sun is beginning to set. It's beginning to get dark.
Okay, maybe we should like swaddle her up because if she's running around in the dark, like that can't be good.
Let's build a fire.
I was a sailor. I assume I'm pretty good with knots.
Yeah.
I pull out a length of rope.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Nori,
Okay.
Lachlan has a game for you. It's not kinky.
Then Nori doesn't return.
It is kinky.
Nori returns. What is it? I'm gonna stand like 10 feet away because I don't know what's up here.
I just point to the rope he's holding.
I'm
What
gonna
do
tie
you,
this around your ankle, and I'm gonna make a knot, and your job is to try and undo that knot.
Okay. And Nori lays down and puts both her legs up.
Good night, everybody.
What do I get if I get out of the knot?
You get to keep the rope
I already have rope.
and more
You'll
rope.
never have too much rope.
I don't have that much room in my bag for all this rope.
I'll give you a piece of soap.
Oh,
Here, have some coffee.
okay. Okay, sure, yeah. Everybody's giving me stuff.
Yeah.
And Xanthi will like lean over and turn some of the coffee into a little frozen star and just like bloop it right into your coffee.
Nori did not see that. She saw the star break into many different stars in a little mini firework right over her cup of coffee. I didn't know you could do this, Sandy.
Oh yeah, it's just something I learned how to do.
I mean, I've seen you do a lot of crazy things, but wow.
Mm-hmm. I call it an ice cube star. Yeah, ice star.
I love it. Whatever you're calling it. I gotta get out of this rope first because I want some soap.
The things
I'm gonna
we
work-
say.
I'll work on the rope.
Give us
And
that
actually,
hand
Nori
check.
will try to drink. I don't know. She's gonna try to drink the coffee while she's working on the rope. Ooh, 20, dirty 20.
Yeah, you
Shouldn't be
get
this
out of it.
practice.
You get out of the knot. You undo the knot. You pull your ankle out of the rope.
Well, I thought you could tie knots, Lachlan. Where's my soap?
I take out my bar, so I'll cut off a piece. Give it to her.
Are you eating it?
Okay, it's all natural. It's like
Yes.
jojoba and beeswax and a little bit
What's
of
that?
cilantro for that taste,
Mm.
that soap taste.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
All right, I'll take the last watch. I roll over and go to sleep.
Okay.
All right, they'll take first watch.
What watch do I take?
Oh, all of them.
Okay.
Take the
I'll just
first
sip my
one.
coffee.
So, Xanthe, you're going to take the first watch. And as everybody else lays down, you see your friend Nori over there drinking coffee and doing Nori type stuff. The others are sleeping rather quickly after a couple of long days of travel. You get the sense that maybe you're a little over halfway to Nambural. Give me a D12 roll, please, and a perception check.
Ten
On the D12,
Yeah.
okay.
on the D12. And 11 on perception.
Okay. You hear the hooting of the owls in the night. You hear forest animals running through the underbrush, but nothing that like causes any alarm. Your friend Nori falls asleep within just a few minutes of the rest of the people going to sleep. It just like hits her like that, and she
Oh, I was
falls
gonna-
asleep.
Make some coffee stairs and see if she could climb them. But okay.
Next time.
night.
So your watch goes uneventfully, and as do the rest of the watches on this night. It seems again like it's uncharacteristically calm in this part of the forest. Normal almost.
Guess
Maybe
the rangers
even
are doing their job.
troubling perhaps to those of you who might expect gnolls or spiders or ghosts or things of that nature, but actually it seems quite pleasant to be traveling on the open road again, leaving Twilight Falls behind you, and each one of you takes your watch in turn. And in the middle of the night, Nori, you are in the depths of a restless slumber, your dreams transporting you to some liminal realm of your subconscious. Part memory, part vision, completely disorienting. Maybe it was the mushrooms. You find yourself in a space bathed in this eerie gray shadow, hanging heavy upon the forest landscape. Your eyes open and you look around. You see your friends only momentarily as the forest fades away. You look around and you find yourself in what appears to be a dimly lit chamber, devoid of color. You watch as an elderly gnomish man polishes an exquisite blade. His skilled though worn hands bathed in the soft glow of the candlelight. The space around you undulates in shadow at the periphery as the workshop around the man begins to come into focus. You recognize the blade, and the man bears a shocking resemblance to someone in your family. maybe an ancestor of yours. You think about the scene in front of you. You know this person, though you've never met this person. This person is generations separated from you. You recognize the gnome as Orvin. He moves to place the blade among 4 equally exquisite swords that gleam like starlight. He gazes upon the blades with a sense of pride and guilt. He turns towards you, looking at you.
Orvin?
He doesn't respond. He just keeps looking at you as if looking through you.
I look behind me.
He speaks. I see you there, and I told you not to sneak about the workshop. Come on out, Daff. This is no place for a child.
Orvin, what are you doing?
It's almost as though he doesn't hear you, and you can see just behind you, almost like walking through you and emerging, a child revealed from their concealment. A young gnomish girl giggling nervously as the stern old gnome, he glares, and that glare bends into a slight, very slight grin. But before even a moment can pass, what could have been a tender exchange between an old gnome and his granddaughter shifts, and you feel this palpable sense of fear. The man whispers, "Hide yourself, Defil. Now, be gone." Darkness intrudes upon the vision, and you see this writhing mass of shadow appear, hovering above the smith. Amorphous, you can't quite make out what it is, but it's humanoid in its essence. And you watch this man. With fearful reverence, he bows his head and he presents each of the blades for some sort of inspection, perhaps. He picks up the 5th of the blades, and you recognize this blade as the one that you carry. The shadowy entity reaches out, touches the blade, and speaks one word, a name. No.
Nori screams.
The creature immediately turns towards you as you scream in fear, aware now of your presence. It hovers above, into the air, and across the room in a flash. Its outstretched hands coming towards you. What do you do?
Nori's backing up.
You back up and you're against the shelves behind you. Jars falling, smashing on the ground.
Orvin, what's happening? Dinky, where are you? Orvin?
It seems as though Orvin doesn't hear you or doesn't respond to you or is no longer there. The shadow begins to consume your vision of the space. Looming before you, can see almost nothing now except for the shadow. And suddenly your perspective changes, it shifts. Without explanation, you're standing amidst a sea of chaos. You find your soaked, wet boots standing upon damp ground. Emeraldy meadows stretching out before you, a battlefield consumed by a tumultuous clash of armies.
No. I don't want to be here.
You say that, and you feel a hand on your shoulder. And by your side, you look and you see your brother, Melvin.
No. And if it's an appropriate time, I hug him. If he's fighting, obviously I don't.
Yeah, for the moment, like he kind of backs up to you and sees you kind of struggling, puts his hand on your shoulder. You turn and embrace him, and he reaches one arm around you and pulls you tight. You hear the deafening symphony of steel upon steel as anguish cries of warriors are in the distance, and all around you are calling out in anger and probably in pain, trauma.
Why aren't we fighting right now? Shouldn't we be fighting?
He turns to you as you ask him the question. His eyes, you can see, are filled with tears.
What's wrong?
He speaks softly. His words are etched with regret.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Nori. I'm sorry that you must bear this burden now. It was meant for you in the end.
But what was meant? What are you talking about?
And as you ask that question, your dream abruptly shatters. You wake in the forest, your head throbbing. You look around, you see Desmond on watch. Desmond, you look over and see Nori kind of startle herself awake.
Right over there.
I don't know. I don't think the mushrooms would have done all that.
It has been a long night.
Was I here the whole time? Was I just sleeping?
Yeah. It was just a dream.
What do my eyes look like?
What do her eyes look like?
They look normal, like you might expect.
They look fine. They look normal.
I don't feel... What the fuck was that? Sorry for swearing, but... I'm gonna need another mushroom, I think.
But maybe just try to go back to sleep for a little bit. I don't. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. I'll try. Okay. Nori tries to lay down and go back to sleep.
Do you think that she's able to fall asleep?
Nope. She's gonna just lay there though quietly.
Okay.
Stare around. Trees, grass. Listen.
You hear just the normal sounds of the forest around you. There's perhaps a nighthawk cooing in the distance. The owl that continues to follow you guys around, hooting. Eventually, Desmond wakes Lachlan. Lachlan takes the last and final watch, and Nora, you lay awake, restless, contemplating what strange dream you had.
Nori will very quietly say, Nell? Nell, are you out there? I met Orvin. And something else. I think I saw Dinky too. If you're there, just give me a sign or something. Nori will lay back uneasily. She's gonna pull out, summon the blade in her hand.
Jesus, Nori.
I'm not right next to you with my hand on your body.
No, but you're all of a sudden
Really?
the sword appears on. You're
It's
right.
subtle. I'm doing it subtle.
Happy to
Mm.
see
Aren't
you.
you sleeping?
No, I just
Said
got
watch.
woken up.
Oh, you're on watch, right?
Yeah. You okay?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think you should have any more mushrooms.
I think I should. I really think I should. I don't feel great right now.
Well, look, if you don't feel great, let me make you a pot of tea here. I got some stuff and start putting out some.
Tea would be great. Tea would be great. What is the sword? Does the sword just feel familiar and normal to me?
Mm-hmm.
Or does it feel weird at all?
No, it feels normal and familiar, and you look at it and you can see things in it that maybe you didn't notice before. Some of the finer details, perhaps, but it doesn't seem like it feels different to you.
Bad
As-
dreams?
Maybe that's the only explanation I have.
Well, you were wrecked up pretty high on those mushrooms there. I mean,
It's a good explanation, I guess. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna. I can't sleep. Just gonna drink this tea and polish
that's cool.
my sword a little bit. Comforts me.
No problem.
I'll be very quiet.
It's all right. Probably only about an hour before daybreak, anyways. Kind of
Well,
worried
then-
a little bit, so I keep an eye on Nori. But
Nothing new there.
anything you want to talk about?
Do you ever have dreams about your ancestors? Like that you would have never met? Do you dream about them?
No, not that I know of.
Are you a guy that doesn't remember your dreams, or
Well, I remember some of them. When you're on the sea, you never really sleep super deep, so I went a long time without, I think, really having a lot of them, but since I've been back on land, I get them occasionally. They're usually about things I forgot to do.
like turning off all the candles before you leave your room, that kind of thing, or bigger
No,
stuff?
sometimes more like, things I meant to say to people and then I don't see them again, or things I meant to give, or, things like that. Like just, little regret things, but never my ancestors. Is that what's got you all rattled up?
Partially. There's I feel like I saw something I'm not supposed to see. I don't know how I would know. I mean, sometimes the mind makes things up. That could have been what happened.
I mean, not supposed to see like forbidden, or not supposed to see like it should have happened before you were born?
Yeah, all of those things. I saw my ancestor Orvin. This sword was his. I mean, we called it Orvin's Gladius. It was a long time ago. There's no way I should have seen what he was doing with it. I mean, and I've heard stories. I've heard stories about this thing.
This thing, the sword?
The sword was involved in, I mean, I don't know what it's involved in. It's something that our elders speak of in hushed tones when we come around. There's 5 old guys. They go out to this retreat called the Convocation. I feel terrible just talking about it. I'm actually really sweaty right now, too.
Okay, but look, Nori, you're not there. You're not going to this thing. You're not with those old guys. Look, weapons, especially weapons that have been used, do some dark work. I mean, ancient cultures used to worship their gods by spilling blood, and every time you get into a fight, that's what you do. You spill blood with this thing. So I think that if it's a weapon that's been used for generations in your family, generations of spilling blood, like it's going to, you know, leave a mark upon it. And it's normal that if you are someone who is sensitive to things like that, that you might pick up on it, especially in a heightened sense, like after you were eating those mushrooms. But, you know, like if you go to sea, right? If you get in a boat and row off into the water, and then you put your hand in the water, right? That water you're touching is part of all that water. There could be water miles and miles and miles and miles away. It's all the same, and the currents move and this water interchange, and it's possible that you touch the water on the shore here, and then years and years later you touch water somewhere else, and it's that same water that you've touched before. Like it's all just sort of connected, and it moves around. And in many ways, that's what people are, I guess, and especially when you're bound together by family or by, you know, things of that nature. So that you would have these kinds of feelings about them, that you would feel that they're that close, or that you think that you would see things. I mean, this could just be you heard a story about this when you were a kid, and it's just now kind of resurfacing, right? Because of the thing you were in. So it's, you know, like it's freaky, but the second you open yourself up to things existing in this world beyond just yourself and who we are as people, I think you open yourself up to the notion that there are going to be connections like that are going to be made. And especially if you put yourself in a situation like you were with those mushrooms, you know.
I saw my brother again too.
That's good.
He was sad.
Oh, see, I knew there was going to be a catch.
We were at the battlefield, and he was sad. We won that battle. We were most triumphant in that battle.
That's a good memory.
Yeah.
It feels like you've seen a lot of battle, or you've seen a lot of killing and done a lot of dark business like that, and that's going to weigh on you. I mean,
I wouldn't say I've done a lot of dark business.
No. You certainly seem to relish the fight.
These were good mushrooms. Well,
Look,
the one.
We're going
All I got was one.
We're going to go down to wherever this sulfatus thing is, and we're going to figure out what the Dark Druids are up to. We're going to kick their asses, and then that's going to be done, and then we're going to head back west, and, you know, we're going to stop at Emeryfield on the way back, and we'll try to get you some answers. But those people are not here, and you're not with them like you're with friends, so, you know, we'll deal with the other stuff when we get there.
You know, ever since you got rid of that other armor, you're basically, you know, naked right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're totally different. I
Not
bet
really.
you're gonna smile. You were gonna smile pretty soon. I like this new
smiling.
Lachlan.
This is me smiling.
You're gonna smile bigger. It's gonna happen. I appreciate you talking to me about this. Yeah. Kind of this and the tea. My heart isn't racing quite as much right now.
Good.
Thank you, Lachlan. And she'll hug him.
He'll give you a nice big hug back.
She hangs on just a little too long.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, Nora, it's getting a little weird now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. You can get some sleep, so there's still like a good, 45 minutes if you want to try and get some sleep.
Okay, I will. I'll try. I bring the sword back. I hugged him with the sword in my hand.
I was nervous the whole time, but
no need to be nervous. And then I'll lay down and try to utilize the last 45 minutes.
Okay. The last 45 minutes, you are, I don't know, you can decide if you fall asleep or not, but it's quite possible that after all of this kind of talking things through that you would feel comforted at some level, I would think.
Yeah, I think I probably drift off a little bit.
But before you know it, the sun is out and the day has begun. The rest of your companions wake up. You make a quick breakfast, maybe not eating the mushrooms for breakfast. I don't know. I won't make that decision for you, but you shoulder your packs and you continue on down the road towards Namburil. And within another day or two of travel, you see on the horizon little wisps of smoke coming up. And as you turn the bend in the road, you see a small gnomish village ahead of you. And that, my friends, is where we're going to take our break. When we come back, you will have arrived at Namburil, and we'll see what you get into there. If you want to stop or keep going, that's up to you. But from here, you will begin to follow the path laid out for you by this map that was given to you by the Green Jerkin Rangers to find your, shall I say, final destination. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Just as a quick reminder, we do have a giveaway going on. The hunt. That sounds like fun. Exclamation mark drawing to win, or to be entered to win, I guess. We'll draw one lucky winner at the end of tonight's session, like we do. Until then, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a few short minutes. We'll see you shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking donuts and bacon, a couple of topics that I absolutely love. And I know Shelly's into it, so that makes me happy.
I'm into
Hogs
it.
and holes. Hogs and holes.
Oh, my God.
Next
Thanks a lot,
topic,
Bleak.
please.
Next topic. Hey, guys, welcome back. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging out with us, the raiders and the chat buddies. And we had some hype train action going on and some big advantage donations, and we really appreciate you all for that support. We really do. When we have your support, we're able to in turn invest that into things like awesome character art, and we have some fantastic character art for our Heroes of Greyhawk that was created by our friend Jose Ortiz. We were able to, with your help, commission Jose to get custom character art, and it's freaking awesome. Look at Nori Bibblespark right there, the total freaking package. Wow. Yeah, that's what it's all about right there.
You're wearing
Really good
chainmail
stuff.
in that.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
wear
this guy.
chainmail.
Look at
Character
this.
wears chainmail.
Yeah.
Look at this multi-classed cleric barbarian rocking the shield and the chainmail. Lachlan. I might have to update those little banners. We could also
Happy
probably have Jose redo the Lachlan art to have him bare chested, I'm thinking. Yeah.
And with a nipple ring.
All right.
Jesus.
That's a little too far. You took it too far once again.
Lumber stamp.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
Pineapple.
A tattoo. Oh boy. All right. Well, look, thank you all for being here. And thanks to Jose Ortiz for, if we make Jose draw nipple rings on Lachlan, I think we're going to need to save more money for that commission. Because
That
that's
costs
pretty
extra,
serious. Yeah, that
Usually,
costs extra.
typically.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks to my players for sticking around for the second half of this game, because you never know when someone's just going to bolt. Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back into this game. So you have traveled from Twilight Falls to just outside the town of Namburil, which, from what you know, is a small gnomish town, kind of embedded in the middle of the gnarly forest. We can bring up a map here so folks can see what we're talking about. Namburil is right there in the center of the screen. Twilight Falls off to the west here. It has taken you about a week or so of travel, and for the most part, it was fairly uneventful, and you found yourselves having a nice journey, maybe running into some travelers. You ended up eating some of the mushrooms that were gifted to you by the Green Jerkin Rangers, and Nori had a bit of a, shall we say, reaction to the mushrooms, I guess, slightly, a little bit, and had a strange dream that provided her with some visions of things from her family history that maybe begin to shed some, I was going to say light, but shadow upon some of the things that she maybe had guessed at from the stories that she'd learned. Well, I guess we'll find out maybe as we continue to explore some of the backstory elements of Nori's character. But for the moment, you have traveled a couple extra days, perhaps shaking off some of the trauma of that vision. Perhaps not. Things like that tend to linger. But you have found yourselves on the edge of Namburil. Now, the question is, my friends, do you intend to enter this gnomish town? Do you intend to bypass it, or what would you like to do? I'll just leave it there. What would you like to do?
Should we see if they have any diamonds?
It's worth a shot, I think. What does it look like from a distance? Does it look like Nulb, or does it look like Hamlet? No,
Give
those are
me
loaded
a
questions, but
perception check.
Couple of gnomes stabbing each other in a dark alley.
that was pretty bad. 6.
It's really hard to place it. I mean, this is what appears to be a agriculturally focused town for the moment. You can see that there's a complex of warrens and a few stone cottages. It's a very fertile little valley in the forest. You get a sense that the main activity here, the main industry, is farming. And as you're strolling down the lane, following these fenced off fields, you can see that it looks to be a great crop this year. These gnomes seem to know what they're doing. It looks
We could
quaint.
at least.
It looks quaint. It's probably very dangerous.
It's just people like me. I mean, I think it's
I reiterate my earlier statement.
no, Lachlan, no.
I mean, Nora, you are kind of dangerous.
I mean, to bad people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far,
Do we
Listen.
know if Black Hand is in this town at all?
You don't.
Mm.
Oh, look, we
Listen.
can stop to get some food, get some directions, you know,
Hmm.
take a quick rest, get in
Like-
trouble a little bit when Nori does something weird, and then we'll continue on our way.
My auntie Nibis always talked about this town. She traveled a lot. She said they have the best blueberry pies.
Sold.
They must be good people.
I mean,
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
amazing.
if she's, you know,
But
she's
are they going to
married.
be as good as the omelets? I mean, that's
Pie. So
Pies and egg meals are really equivalently delicious. Don't you think? I mean, either way, we win.
The young
We'll
gnomish
see.
man happens to walk past you. Howdy, morning.
hey there.
Keeps walking.
Morning.
do you have any pie?
If you're looking for pies, you want to go to the Hearthspire Haven. Talk to
Right.
Thistle.
Thistle, Hearthspire. We've got
Thanks
directions.
muchly. Did you know him, Nori?
No.
Homes
I
all
don't-
know each other?
What, do you know all the other dwarves in the earth? Do you?
No.
You're taking too long to answer.
Well, I was counting how many I knew and to see if it was all of them. Like, I'm kidding. Let's just go get some.
Okay. That got real weird. I feel like this might be do people have flashbacks from mushrooms?
I think so.
I feel kind of. It's gone. I'm fine now.
Nothing happened to me though. Like the trees wouldn't even talk to me.
I didn't feel
They're
thing.
fickle. Well, if it's
You
any
know.
consolation, they didn't talk to me either. I don't think. I mean, they heard me though. That counts for something.
Nori's just naturally high on life.
It's accurate.
All right, let's go get some pie.
Pie. Reminds me of this time. I had heel pie. You ever had eel pie?
No.
I don't think so.
Not all pies are made equal. Jellied eel pies.
I might
We've
have a
been
problem
warned.
with the consistency of that pie.
Why jellied?
Best thing
Make
about
it
it,
even grosser.
Yeah,
best thing
it's
about
like
it is when it comes back out, it's lubed already, so it's just
Oh, all right.
That's a bridge too far.
I'm just saying,
Are we there yet?
disgusting.
I'm not sure I'm hungry for pie anymore.
Blueberry pie's fine.
You walk into town. It is very agricultural in nature. You can see people working in the fields. You can see people gathering. Again, this is late fall, so people are gathering vegetables and produce out of the fields. It almost seems as though they're sort of closing things down for the season, but there's a lot going on. A lot of the gnomes take note of your entrance, and some of them kind of wave and give you a nod, and others just kind of look up and then go back to their work. And eventually you find yourself in front of the Hearthspire Haven, which is a appropriately gnomish sized inn and tavern, restaurant, if you will. If you're a full grown human or elf, or otherwise, you'd have to sort of duck down to get through the door a little bit. But it looks inviting, and it's right in the middle of the town. There's a couple of other locations around, including as you clock this business as you walk past a general store called the Glimmerstone General Store.
Glimmerstone.
And it might have diamonds there. Yes.
Should we look now or later?
Well,
We should look now in case someone else.
We go in there,
Buys
it's going
your
to take
diamonds.
forever, and we're not going to get to the pie. So let's go get the pie first.
Well,
That's
but
fine.
it's more important that we, get the diamonds. So we'll celebrate afterwards with pie.
they're not going to run out of pie. No gnome worth their
Wow.
salt runs out of pie.
They probably have
Yeah.
more pie than diamonds.
Okay.
We
Want
probably
to split
do.
up and like half go for pie and like get extra pie for all of us, and then the rest of us will like go to the general store.
It's not a terrible idea.
I don't really need to buy anything else, so it's just checking and seeing if they have diamonds, really.
Yeah, go. I'm gonna wait out here. Go.
All right.
Xanthi goes with you.
Okay.
All right, as you step up to the general store, you can see that there's a couple of not elderly but aged gnomish men sitting out front drinking what appears to be some hot tea or hot coffee, and they're whispering and chatting. And then when you walk up to the steps leading up to the front door, they just kind of stop and look at you. From out of town. Oh, welcome to Nambril.
Oh, thank you.
Staying long?
Thanks.
Probably
No,
not.
just kind of passing through.
Well, the old Glimmerstone General Store will have whatever you need for your supplies, and then you can continue on your way. Best of luck to you.
Oh, we'll get some pie and then we'll be on our way.
Yeah, you're gonna stop over at Hearthspire?
Oh yeah.
The Brambleberry pie.
Campbellberry.
Brambleberry. Okay.
Sounds good.
Des will go in.
All right, you walk inside and you can see that the place is got a little bit of everything. It is well organized, but filled. And again, you have to kind of hunch down to get through the door. And you see walking towards you in a kind of an apron and a scarf tied around her neck, what appears to be the proprietor. And she looks up and she says, "Well, welcome in. The name's Malia Glimmerstone. Oh, is there something in particular that you're looking for? We've got all kinds of things. We've got all kinds of adventuring supplies and provisions, ingredients, magical items. Well, we've got gnomish gadgetry, trinkets and curiosities. Oh, books, clothing and accessories. Oh, for you, miss. Oh, yes, I have something that you might like indeed."
Oh my god, I want everything.
They said magic items.
I know, right?
Yes, indeed. We have freshly procured healing potions. And they don't last very long around here.
No, that's right. How many do you have and how much do they cost?
Well, I've got 3 of the the standard healing potions, and I've got 2 of the greater healing potions. The standard are 50 gold apiece, and the greater are 100 gold pieces. But I've got something for you. Just wait 1 second. And she like goes back, and you can see her kind of rummaging around. She comes back on. She's got this wide brimmed hat with this big green and purple feather, almost like a peacock feather that's tucked in it. And she says, "This would look great with your golden eyes. Try it on for me, even if you don't want it. Just humor me and try it on."
Okay. She puts it on.
It fits perfectly.
Oh, all right. Yeah, fancy. Where would you wear something like this to?
Well, you could wear it wherever you darn well please, when it looks that good. If anybody gives you any gruff about it, well, you tell them to come and talk to old Malia Glimmerstone.
That's very sweet of you, but you know, like I'm so very active. I can't wear a pretty hat like this.
Of course, miss, of
She
course.
hands it back.
Well, thank you for humoring me. Now, what is it you be looking for?
All right.
Something for your elderly friend?
This might be a weird question, but do you have any diamonds?
Diamonds, you say?
Diamond
Gems?
dust. Powdered diamonds? Diamond dust.
Diamond dust, you say?
Can't remember what it was.
Well, I can't say that we have any diamonds, but I do have some gemstones that you might be interested in.
I think it has to be diamonds.
Yeah, it has to be diamonds.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm very sorry.
That's all right.
That's all right. I mean, you know, like sometimes a standard healing potion just doesn't, cut it. Got to have diamonds. Do you have any torches?
Oh, of course we have torches.
Seem to have dropped mine recently.
Well, we've got how many would you be needing, miss?
I don't know, like 2 or 3.
Oh, all right. Well, 3 copper pieces, and you can have these 3 torches.
Wonderful. Sold.
Now, could I interest you in, I don't know, something from one of our Nambural specialties? Maybe the honey blend?
I don't know.
It's made right here in Nambural by the gnomes who live here.
Do you have, what do you have for magic items?
Ooh, well, the potions of healing. And, we have
Okay,
this
potions are good.
wonderful lantern.
What does it do?
Oh, let me show you. Oh, this is great. All right. Close the shades for me. Close them tight.
Okay.
Kind of, it darkens the room a little bit, and she brings out this lantern, and she opens the hood on the lantern, and it emits all these different lights. And they just kind of swirl around in about a 20-foot radius, illuminating it as if it's in bright light, but it's bright light that's just bathed in a rainbow of colors.
Oh, so pretty.
Quite neat.
That would look really nice in a home.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know if it's very practical for what we're doing, but
We
Oh, what
spend
are
a
you
lot
doing
of time
then?
on the road.
we're
oh,
traveling a lot, and
are you performers?
no,
Oh, are you adventurers?
We
Little
dabble.
little bit.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
do you have any magic weapons?
Oh, no, we don't have any of something like that here. Just
No.
curiosities.
Should we-
Magic rope or
Oh, I have this. She gives you a pebble. It's colored green.
What's that?
what does
Well,
it do?
I'll show you. She goes over and she takes this pitcher and she pours this bowl with water into this bowl. And she says, go ahead and drop it in the bowl. Oh, I love this.
She drops it in the bowl.
Now pick it back out.
She reaches in.
You can
Pick it
see
back
that
up.
it changed from its color sort of faded, and there is a heart etched on the stone. You could give that to your sweetheart.
Oh, that's so sweet. And Xanthe reaches into the bowl, and instead of pulling out the heart, she cups the water and turns it into a heart-shaped icicle, and then hands it to the storekeeper.
Oh my!
Here's one
Oh,
for you.
oh! Thank you, dear.
It'll
Oh.
melt though.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you so much. You made my day.
Aw.
Now, did you want to buy the potions of healing?
Oh, let me look. Oh, how much do we have? I mean, probably should consider it, right?
Maybe one of the regular ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
One regular, one greater. It's expensive.
They are a little bit expensive. But let's see, what do I have? Yeah, until we add everything up, I don't really know what we've got to spend.
We have about 600, I think.
Okay, so side to the rest of the group who aren't here right now in a little meta conversation, how many do you want healing potions or no? Because I would be paying out of the group bag.
I have 3 right now. I
Are
don't
we
need
good
any.
for them? Or you want some? Chris?
What? You have 3 healing potions.
I made them myself,
made
dude.
them.
She got them from the healer and the
Me and Willow holding hands
Village.
made healing
Oh.
potions.
I don't remember the hands part.
It happened.
I mean,
So
if we got
anyway,
the funds, I'll take one.
Yeah, I mean we can take it out of the main bag. Do you want like a 50, like a regular one, or you want it like a greater?
No, just whatever we're buying.
Mine are for
So-
everyone, by the way. I just happen to have them on me.
Okay.
Whatever we're buying for people.
Let's take well, we'll
Maybe
take a
just-
minor one.
So
Yeah.
you're
have
looking
it.
for protection then?
Protection.
What kind of protection?
Well, it looks like perhaps you might need a little bit more than just healing potions, being adventurers and all. But I do have something that I would hate to part with, but I might be willing to, for the right price. Oh, let me go get it. She leaves for
Okay.
a moment and she comes back and she's got this gnome-sized cloak. She's like, well, this old thing, I haven't worn it in a long time. You know, I used to be a bit of an adventurer myself back in the day, but now I've settled down, got married, had a few kids, and I don't need it so much anymore. This cloak has provided me with protection. Well, I'd be willing to sell it to you if that's what you need. It's no diamond.
Well, I mean, how much? Because, I mean, it is magical, so it might be a little pricey for us.
Well, I'd be willing to take, well, I couldn't take much more than 350 gold for it.
And does it get any bigger, or is it
Well,
gnome size?
it tends to adapt to the one who wears it.
That's why I asked. Sometimes magic things do cool magic
What-
stuff like that.
what
But we
does
do
it
have a
do?
gnome friend in our party.
What does it do for you? When
Well,
you
it
wear
provides you with protection. It's a cloak of protection, you might say.
Hmm.
It's pretty good.
Oh.
Well, you
alright.
can think about it. I am not going to offer
Yeah.
it to anyone else because, well,
that's
it's been
very
with me for
kind
a
of
long
you.
time.
I think
We
we have to talk with our group about if we're going to get it or not. We're just gonna go over and have like a piece of pie, and then maybe we'll
Ooh.
come back.
You're going to love that brambleberry pie. Oh, is it so good? I hope there's some left.
Oh, maybe we should hurry. How late do you stay open?
Well, I'll be here until the wee hours of the evening. This is my home as well as my shop. You just ring the
all
bell
right.
if you need me. And if I
Well-
answer, I do. If I don't, well, I'm busy.
All right, that is fair.
It's
Well, it was
understandable.
lovely to meet you, and maybe we'll be back for that cloak.
Very good then.
All right. Okay, we have to go get pie.
So it's good.
They run across. They go leave the store. Because Lachlan's outside, right?
Yep.
Nor used to.
You exit the store and you see your companions waiting for you. And basically across the road from the general store is the Hearthspire Haven.
All right. So the lady inside has a cloak of protection, and she says she'll give it to us for quite a good deal for a cloak of protection. But it's a lot of money for us, which is 350 gold pieces. So I think we should have some pie and think about it.
Did you get any diamonds?
We
While you
don't
were
have
there?
any.
No, they don't have any diamonds.
That's
That's right,
rough.
though. I knew it would probably be hard to find, but I'm gonna
Well,
keep
in a bigger
looking.
city, it'll be easy enough. Let's go get some pie and hit the road.
All right.
I mean, I have 1 gold to put towards the cloak fund
Nice.
Oh, I mean,
if we're interested in that.
you
No,
have a
I have all
fourth
that other
of a
gold, too.
share of the, the bag.
I appreciate that. I know I haven't been with you very long, but
You were there in the Elven ruins, and that's where we found out all. So
Yeah, there's some sort of weird rules about who gets who and who's got,
Yeah.
usually you start out, you get a small percentage, but then the longer you're with the band, you get more. And then after a number of years, you start getting money for the back catalog also. So if you're with us long enough, eventually you can start getting your share of things that we found before you were even in the group.
Is it gonna take years though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to find my own shit.
Yeah.
We've only been together like 4 weeks, so
If that's the case, I'm
Well,
I'm
it
not
feels
asking
like
for
10
anything
years.
extra.
Feels like 10 years. Feels like
Hmm.
we've been married forever.
I'm gonna
So we'll
take
get
that
our pie to go.
in the good way.
um
Familiarity.
well, does anybody want a cloak of protection? Does
I
anyone
mean-
need it?
Does
would
anyone
be-
not need it?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty useful for anybody, really.
Would that interfere with your new aesthetic, Lachlan?
you mean the shirtless physique?
Mhm.
I'm not shirtless. I have a shirt. I don't have a chainmail on. I'm not
What?
walking around with my nipples in the wind.
Oh, I thought you were just going to be shirt free forever.
No.
I
I
did
have
too. I
some
thought that's-
modesty.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I
Well-
rage, I'll take my shirt off, but that's how you know I'm raging. Is I
So-
take the shirt off.
Wow.
You feel angry right now?
When you take it
Yeah.
off, do you flexing and it rips off, or do you just
No,
hold
because
on
then you
it
go
and
through a
take
bunch
it
of
off?
shirts. I take it off and I fold it carefully and I put it in my backpack. Then I rage.
Well, I feel like that I'm gonna need the cloak then, because if he's doing that, I'm the one that's gonna be getting hit, right?
It's a lot of
I
folding.
mean, maybe.
It's a lot of folding. I mean, you're a big man. Lots of muscles, lots of
Do a
shirt to
5
cover.
point fold.
Mm.
All right. Well, I think we should get it, but I also think we should get some pie first. And so
Yeah, we
Well,
should
I
be
also
talking
think
about
we
the
gotta
silver
get
pie.
100 gold worth of diamonds for Des. So at some point
we have enough for all of it. I mean, we've found a lot of stuff in that,
you guys, money comes in one end, goes out the other. It's incredible. What about saving up for a rainy day?
Well, we have to live for that rainy day. And you know what? We could always resell the cloak if we really wanted to. Probably make a killing in a bigger town.
Are people gonna like it when it's stained with blood?
Oh, it
Well-
washes right out of magic.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, if you want to get it, you can get it. Let's go get some pie.
Okay.
Let's- Pie first.
Mhm.
We'll
Purchase
take it to
later.
go though, so we can keep going because I kind of want to get this thing done.
It makes
Okay.
my stomach upset when we walk and eat.
It's all right. Des will carry you.
Well,
Xanthi
Okay.
just walks into the inn.
All right. The rest of you follow, I imagine. As you enter in to the inn, you are met with a very cozy feel. It's got this rustic charm. You do have to duck down to get inside, the doors being a little bit smaller than you might be used to in other towns that you've been to. And there's a few other people in the main room of the tavern, and you can see that there is a gnomish man who is working behind the bar, who looks up as you enter and says, "Oh, go ahead and grab yourself a seat. Any table is fine. Welcome to
Oh, good. I think
Hearthspire."
we're gonna take the or things to go if you don't mind. We have a long road ahead of us.
We'll be right with you then.
we just sit for 15 minutes.
No, let's get on the road. We
Well,
already spent
do
a
we-
lot of time. You had 15 minutes, but you spent it in the general store.
I was standing right next to you. Okay.
Too bad.
That's true.
You guys grab a table, and eventually, within a couple of short minutes, the proprietor comes over and says, "Welcome again to the Hearthspire Haven. Name's Thistle Quickfoot, and how can I help you? What do you need? You need some lunch. You want some you need some stew. You want some gnomish goulash. You want the brambleberry pie is very popular. We got plenty of drinks on the menu. What would you like? Ales and stout, and we've got blackberry brandy, which is delicious. Namberl mead. We do make our own special honey. And of course, for those of you who are looking for the non-alcoholic versions, we've got a little bit of fresh milk. So, could I get you?
All of that except the milk to go.
Double order of goulash.
Okay, 2 orders of goulash.
Are you sure you don't want to stay just for a little bit?
No.
Where are you in from?
We've been on the road for a while.
Oh, you heading east or you heading west, miss?
I am not the map person. I'm sorry. Do you have any pie?
The
As I just told you, we've got the brambleberry pie.
I would like a brambleberry pie.
The whole
Take
pie
the
or
whole-
just a slice?
Yeah, we'll take the whole
The
pie
whole
to go.
pie.
How much is a whole pie?
Oh, very
Whole
good.
pie.
1 gold piece for it's a whole pie. You'll get 6 nice pieces out of it.
All right.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
it. I'm
Pie.
paying for it. I slammed down my gold.
A whole
Well,
pie, 4 portions of goulash, and give me a bit of that blackberry booze.
2 of those.
the
4 of those.
blackberry brandy.
Blackberry brandy, yeah. Like, give me a
4?
small bottle of that.
Well, it comes in just a little sipper. You want the whole
Right, good.
bottle, do you? It's
Sure.
quite expensive.
How much?
25 gold for the whole bottle.
Oh,
I'll get you a sipper of it for 2 gold. You're going to love it. That's for sure. It's good. So, goulash all the way around, a pie,
Mm-hmm.
and blackberry brandy for all of you.
sure.
And maybe some bread to go with the goulash.
Bread? I can add the bread in, no problem. That's going to be 12 gold pieces.
All right.
Now, you're not heading
Introduce
west, are
you.
you? Because there's
Sorry?
trouble. There's trouble to the west. I just thought I'd mention it. You look like you're traveling, and well, there's been some, a bit of a catastrophe up in Twilight Falls.
What happened?
What
Well,
did you hear?
some of the buildings there were torched in some sort of a terrorist-like attack.
Hmm.
And you know, I think that they probably deserved it. Those folks in Twilight Falls are up to no good, is what I think. But it's none of my business to judge. And he says, "I'll be right back with your food and your drink."
To go.
Do you think he knows about Cromlin?
No, we're not gonna ask.
We're not gonna.
Because do you know who would ask?
Criminals.
Yeah.
No, I mean gnomes. We might know that there's one of us is a mayor of a town. It's valid. Don't you want to know? I could
Right.
ask.
They
You can
ask about him, and then they ask why we want to know about him, and then they associate us with his name, and then someone else asks about us, and then they put 2 and 2 together. Right?
I mean, I guess that's a plausible scenario. Yes.
Dez is super proud of Xanthi right now for being so damn suspicious. Yeah.
Speaking of suspicious, as you're having this conversation and waiting for your food, you see another gnome, middle-aged gnomish fellow get up from the bar where he's possibly been having a drink, and he walks over to your table. And he says, "Welcome to Nambural. The name's Bixwick. Just thought I'd follow up on what old Thistle Quickfoot was saying. There's some danger ahead to the west. You might want to steer clear of Twilight Falls if you can. There were some rough-looking characters that rode through here in damn right hurry just a day or 2 ago. Didn't even stop, just rode right through, knocked a couple of people on their keisters. Well, I'd say it was rude as hell.
What did they look like?
Now, they were human folk, big folk like yourselves. Much younger, though. And much meaner looking. Serves them right in Twilight Falls. Figure they've brought it upon themselves.
Did
Nevertheless-
they intimate where they were headed?
They didn't say a thing. They rode right through. Headed in that direction. You put that together with the Flaming Inferno that we heard reported just a couple of days before, and well,
Who would do
sounds
such
like there's a heap of trouble.
Do you hear the rumor about the flaming person? I heard a rumor that there was a flaming person.
I didn't hear about the flaming person, but we heard there were a couple of structures lost in the fires.
Hmm.
We don't head over there too often unless we need to do some trading, but we stick to ourselves here. We're pretty self-sufficient and we're proud of it.
Yeah, you don't, like, we've heard some scary things about that town, like, probably better to stay away from them.
That's what I'm telling you, lass. Steer clear of Twilight Falls if you know what's good for you. There's trouble afoot. Now, you don't happen to be performers, do you?
No. Are there
I
any
play-
performers in town right now, though?
Nah, we've had a bit of a drought on the old music scene lately, and well, just it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since we've had
Nori
any
whips out her
minstrels.
bird pipes.
Oh, well, look at this! Look at this, boys! We've got a minstrel.
Well, we're no rebel hearts, but
That's the
You know.
ones.
oh, were
3
the
weeks
rebel
ago.
hearts through here?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, a half elf and a little goblin feller. Good musicians.
Do you know where they're going?
No clue. I think they were headed east.
I'm a big fan.
We
They're
love their
good.
second release.
Now, what are you going to do with those pipes, miss? If I don't mind me asking, what's your name?
I'm Nori Bibblespark,
Bibblespark,
and I can play a mean bird pipe. Watch
Well,
this,
let's hear it.
and I'll start playing.
You can see
I'll dance
right
around a
away.
little.
He's tapping his foot. Heads are starting to bob.
I'll jump up on the table, play a
Little
little
yip,
more. a little-
Yep. Give me a
So if I
performance
had a
check.
bagpipe or a crumb
I'm
horn,
pretty-
we could
yeah, I'm pretty
really
sure-
make this rock.
I'm pretty sure the bird pipes are gonna slay. here in
Natural
Snohomish
20.
Town.
Oh, yeah.
Best
Which is
bird
a
pipes I've
24.
ever heard.
The oh god, I can't remember his name. Thistle
Zamfir?
Gideon?
Thistle
Zamfir?
Quickfoot like grabs one of the other guys in the bar or in the tavern. They're dancing and they're spinning each other around and they're clapping and they're having a great time. And as the music starts to wind down, they're like, well, maybe you should stick around for a while. We could hire you as the house minstrel, perhaps. And well, you could probably make a pretty penny here.
I look at Lachlan immediately.
Valid.
No,
Well-
we're
Maybe on the way back.
we have a destination, but I will come
Understood.
back for sure.
Well, when you do, look me up. The name's Bixquick McCready. And boy, wouldn't I like to represent you.
Oh,
All right.
you represent musicians?
Well, I dabble.
I also dabble, so I mean, it seems like a great partnership.
Maybe we could dabble together.
Hmm. Who's got the necklace?
Des is wearing it.
Maybe we can. We'll see. And I'll keep playing awkwardly.
Yeah, it goes on for as long as you want to play. And they're the folks that are in the Hearthspire are loving it. Absolutely loving it. More people are kind of piling in as they hear the bird flute music from outside, the bird pipes. They come in. There's even birds like lining up
Oh,
to listen.
Is Bix Quick still around?
Bixwick, yeah. Yeah, he's hanging out.
Biz
Des-
quick, yeah.
Well, during the performance, Des is just gonna pull him aside and just ask him, we're thinking about heading south out of town.
Oh,
Have you heard anything about, the road to the south?
Well, it's a long road.
Yeah.
If you're heading in that direction, I suppose. I haven't heard anything troubling like I have out west in Twilight Falls, for example. How far south you headed?
Well, that's what I was wondering,
You headed to Narwhal or?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Narwhal.
Okay, well, that's a long ways, but by the looks of you, you've seen some action. You'll be fine.
All right, good to know.
Take a couple of pies with you for the road, maybe, and
Oh, we're set on that for sure.
Best pies in the gnarly forest they make here. You got any other questions for me? Because I kind of want to dance some more.
No, get back to it. Don't let me hold you up. Thank you.
When the bird pipes call, you gotta dance.
Mm-hmm.
Nori does a couple of little hip checks with Bisquick. Bixwick.
Bisquick.
Bixwick.
Bixwick.
It's a right
Bisquick.
gnomish name.
Nesquik.
He's really good at making pancakes.
Probably.
So powdery.
Biscuit.
Does he come out with our food eventually? As
Oh,
Lachlan's like,
yeah. The food, it came out a long time ago. People are dancing.
Xanthi just starts eating.
It could be the best pie you've ever had.
This is so good, Lachlan.
I know. It is good.
She hands you a fork.
You guys have steaming bowls of goulash in front of you, a small little sipper of the brandy, and a full pie.
We're not going to get Nori out of here for a while. We better just eat.
We could leave.
Nori comes over and chugs her drink and then goes back and keeps playing.
Oh, she's on a tear though.
Yeah, but if this is what she wants to do, who are we to tear her away from this? We can go and take care of our business. I'm kidding.
Well, okay. So while she's doing this, should we go and purchase that cloak? Does anyone want to wear it? I mean, we're probably going to fight that fire thing again, and like having
I
some.
don't think
extra
the cloak's
protection
going to
will
help anyone with the fire thing.
All
Look,
right.
I mean, if someone wants to buy, go ahead. I don't mind. You can use the funds. It's all good. I don't personally have a need for it, but please don't let me stop you from, decking yourself out.
All right, I'm going to go buy it.
Let's get it.
Okay. Xanthi runs over and
I'm gonna stay here and keep an eye on Nori.
Yeah, you're able to buy it. She sells it to you for 350 gold pieces.
sweet.
You have a cloak of protection. Does require attunement, so keep that in mind.
Nori will eventually stop playing before the goulash gets cold. Because she doesn't like cold goulash. Come and sit down and
Yeah, don't blame you.
let everything resume as it was.
It is a savory and rich stew featuring mushrooms, herbs, and succulent pieces of game. Probably stag. And it's accompanied by buttery mashed potatoes. And some bread, because Desmond asked for some bread. It's very hearty and it fills you up. It's some of the best food you've had in a while, probably since Hamlet.
Leave it to the gnomes.
They know them best. Ready to go? It's like gnome cooked food. You ready to
Yeah,
go?
we should keep moving.
Yeah,
We really don't
I
know.
guess.
We'll spend more time on the way back.
Okay, it's a fair deal.
All right.
I'll put the bird pipes back in, wave to my new fans, and leave with everybody.
Okay. So you head south.
Nori Bibbles Park.
Eventually, we're not going to be able to go anywhere. There's just
People
gonna
are
be
just
fans everywhere.
clapping as you wrap up your performance. A couple people give you some coin. Let's see how much they give you.
350.
Nope.
What if?
350.
30 gold pieces.
Oh,
A kingly sum.
Yep. Assorted coin. And Bixwick is like, look me up when next time you come through town.
I
I'll
will.
get you some gigs.
I will. Okay, that sounds wonderful.
Nice to meet you, Nori Bibblespark. Safe travels
Nice.
to you.
To meet you, Bisquick.
Nori, I think you have some fans.
I mean, was that not an amazing performance? I don't know that I've ever played that good before, but they don't have to know that.
That was really good. That was
It
the best I've
was-
heard. That was the best I've heard so far.
I've never
Thanks.
appreciated the bird
Thanks,
pipes
Des.
like I have
Mhm.
today.
Thanks, Sandy. I'll keep practicing. That'll be more of a regular occurrence in the future, I hope.
Well, look at all the gold you made.
30.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, now I have 30 gold.
You only had one earlier.
It's a big improvement.
So,
Okay.
my friends, sorry, go ahead, Xanthe.
So I
You're going
got
to say
the
something?
cloak of protection, so who's gonna use it? Because I can't use it. So it's gonna be
You
One of
can't
you
use
all.
it.
+1 protection, I believe.
Well,
You
I
can't
mean,
use it?
anybody could use it. Nori, take it.
Well, Des, what about you? I mean, you get hit a lot too.
That's
there
true.
are the arrows.
Oh, the arrows.
Do you want to wear it for now? And if it turns out that I'm replacing Lachlan in terms of the person that gets hit all the time, then should we just see? You wear it first?
No, you wear it first.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. It'll be all right. Don't worry. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you, guys. You really make me feel like family.
Aw.
Tie it. I'm assuming there's a little bow tie.
It fits you.
It's already the right
Fits me.
size.
Does
you
it
know?
does it suit me too? Do you like how it looks? Flows over my
Mm-hmm.
armor?
Mm-hmm.
It
nice
looks
bit of trim
expensive.
there.
What about you, Lachlan? Do you like it?
It was expensive.
Looks fantastic. Can we go?
Yes.
Okay.
So, my friends, you head out of Namburil, heading directly south on the road. And the first couple of days of travel are relatively uneventful. Normal travel along the road, but you don't see anybody. You find a marker that's on the map, and you look for a lesser known trail that this map depicts. I'm going to jump over to the map here so folks can see it. You find a large oak tree that signals the departure from the main road, and you begin to follow that trail, pushing farther into the forest. And at the end of the second day, you can see the landscape beginning to change. Ahead of you hangs a heavy mist that's partially obscured obscures a line of decayed trees, remains of shrubbery and underbrush, barely recognizable due to their denuded and shriveled forms. The trees are stunted. It looks as though they bear the scars of a long ago burn. There's kind of an eerie silence to the forest, and you now realize why the ranger who drew this map spent so much time drawing all these little sad trees, because this place, not only does it look sad, but you get the air of a putrid taste that kind of burns your throats and befouls your nostrils. But the sun does begin to set. You make camp, perhaps on high alert. You've been to areas like this. It's bleak, on brand for some of our players. You make it through the night without conflict. You wake the next morning, you shoulder your bags, and you continue to head south. The path leads you to the edge of a semi-cleared valley.
Could Nori have attuned to that cape overnight?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. The cloak of protection. Yep.
Yep.
So the path leads you to the edge of a semi-cleared valley. And beyond the valley, you can see above this sort of low-hanging fog that there is the vast and vibrant, gnarly forest. But the valley itself is stunted and sickly in appearance. The overall look of the terrain is blasted and forlorn with scattered pockets of mist and smell in the air akin to sulfur. You can scan the valley. If you want to roll a perception check, you can.
Des rolled a 7.
So did
Okay.
Nori.
Okay,
Hey, Lachlan.
16.
nice. And then what about Xanthi?
What is the quantifier? Sorry, I was reading. It was big.
Perception?
Perception?
Perception. Okay. Great. That is 16.
So Lachlan and Xanthi, you're the first to see it, but you see what appears to be a herd of elk, perhaps? Deer? You're not sure. Stags, perhaps? They appear to have... This is in the distance, so it's very difficult to tell, but they appear to have antlers. And they're just sort of milling about, grazing on whatever dried grasses still remain in this strange land.
Why don't they move further away?
Really? I think there's like better grass. Like, just where we were camping last night had better grass than this.
Do you think we should try to take one for some food?
No,
No, we're not
is
gonna
there-
start hunting a thing, then dressing it, then we're not gonna be able to salt it and preserve it. No.
And besides, if they're eating this gross grass, they're probably sick.
Does
I
look
mean,
gross
you
for
got
me.
that thing that prevents you from being sick, but the rest of us, we're sitting ducks.
One of us would eat like a king, and the rest
Give
would
it back to you.
get sick and die. Raw reindeer it is.
Just pass it around in a circle and eat terrible things.
All we
for
gotta
dinner.
do. You first.
No
Yeah.
attuning.
Did they appear skittish or even possibly threatening or whatever? Or they're just doing their own thing.
They're not, yeah, they don't even seem to notice that you're there. You're probably still a good 200 yards away from them.
You know what
you're
we
not
should
close.
do when we finish here? We should go back to that camp and see if we can hire any of those rangers to come with us. Because I'm always like, wish we had a ranger.
Mm.
It's true. It would be nice to have somebody who is good, like, at all this tracking stuff. Oh, Des, maybe you should ask Lucky to, like, scout out a little bit for us.
All right, yeah, sure. Des will just call on Lucky. He's been kind of just flying around, keeping track of us.
Okay. You're gonna have them
And,
scout ahead.
Yeah, have him scout ahead a little bit.
All right, yeah. So he flies over the valley, down the pathway that you're on, and specifically looking at what?
Just scouting the path for wildlife or any obstacles or danger or anything like that, creatures,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this small herd of maybe a half dozen to maybe 10 animals that are grazing in the valley. As Lucky flies around, you can only kind of like see through his eyes for a certain distance, and then it drops off. But
Yeah.
you don't really notice anything else. Like, you don't see a lot of tracks, although you're not trackers necessarily. Some of you have proficiency in certain skills that might lend themselves to help you out here, but you don't seem to see much. And Lucky just kind of flies over the valley and then flies back. And it doesn't appear as though this herd of elk or whatever they are, doesn't appear that they take any notice. They're kind of oblivious to whatever is going on. They're just grazing.
It's just a bunch of them, those deer or whatever,
Nori will.
Nothing's wrong, I guess.
I don't know. Like, isn't it wrong for them not to be skittish?
Well, there's nobody else out here. Maybe they're not used to
Yeah, they
anyone coming by.
Might not know what we are,
Nori would like to take a sample of this weird grass, I guess, here.
Okay.
Put it in our book to look at later. And also pull out the map that Xanthi handed me over Lachlan's protests. And just kind of verify we're in the right place and probably try to figure out how much further we are to the X on the map.
Xanthi will try to help you because she doesn't want to be left out of the map.
Sure.
Looking over your shoulder, trying to point out stuff.
What do you think here?
Do you have a skill that would help you here with navigation? Do you have navigator's tools, or would this be a survival check?
I was thinking survival.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a
That's what I
survival
got.
check.
Okay.
I happen to have navigator's tool and navigator's tool proficiency, but
That's
just saying.
right. That's a 2, so.
Well, she's helping. Xanthi's helping you, so roll with advantage.
All right, okay.
Yep.
Good. That's better. 14.
Okay, so looking at the map here, you guys, you get a sense that you're on the right track. You can't make out the ridge to the south, but you're fairly certain that you used that giant oak tree as a marker, and you followed this trail, and it seems to be suggesting that you're on the right path. And it also, as you kind of look up from the map and look south, the path seems to go right past this herd.
There's no other creatures here at all. Small
Not that you've seen.
creatures.
Yeah, it's eerily quiet.
All right, let's just go.
Should we go around them?
I mean, yeah, keep
Off
a
the path?
distance. We
Yeah.
don't want anything to do with them.
Yep.
Let's just keep moving.
keep pushing.
Maybe try not to flush them.
Yeah, if they're like, protecting their babies or something, we don't want them to charge us.
Are you gonna try to sneak past them?
Well, I mean, we'll just go around them. Are they aggressive?
You don't know.
Do we know anything about them?
You don't know anything about these creatures. You're still like about 200 yards away from them.
I don't know if we need to hide. I mean, but yeah, let's give them a big enough distance that they won't feel spooked.
Maybe we sneak if we can.
Sure.
Yeah.
A smaller number of people might be less frightening to the beasts.
So you're gonna kind of give them a wide berth. You're gonna go off. You're gonna depart from the trail because there is a trail. You're gonna go off trail, and kind of give them a wide sort of buffer as you make your way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you do this. You watch them as you're going off the trail. The trail is the grass that you step on kind of crackles underneath your feet. It kind of almost breaks. It's dried and it looks as though it's been burned. There's piles of ash in spots. You make your way wide around these creatures, but you're close enough that you get a chance to actually see them a little bit closer than you had before, maybe, 50 to 100 feet away. And they don't look right. They look almost like sick, but they kind of shamble, not like you would expect a deer or an elk to move sort of, with some dexterity, they seem to like almost trip over their hooves a little bit as they're moving around. And as you get, they don't seem to take a whole lot of notice of you, but you get a sense as you look at them that they are covered in what appears to be maybe sores. If you are interested, you can give me a perception check. If not, you have the ability to go right around them. They don't seem to be taking notice of you.
I'm interested in swords.
Des rolled a 12.
Okay.
22.
20.
4. Santi's got terrible eyesight.
6. Yeah. I'm thinking about the grass, maybe.
Yep. So, Lachlan, from a distance, you see that they appear to almost have something similar to what you'd seen with the gnolls.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And they are actually, they don't appear to be elk or deer at all. They appear to be featureless, fungi covered replicants of what might have been a model of a elk or a deer. Twisted stag horns that are all tangled up in each other. You can see I just put on the stream a picture of what they look like. They have the body of a bull, but they don't even appear to be an animal.
God, I hope that's not always in the goulash.
That's not right.
Spook the deer.
No. They got that fungus on them.
Like the dead badger?
Like in the ruins. The mother. Right?
Oh, no. Like the mushroom people?
And the gnolls.
I don't want to hug an undead elk or a mushroom elk.
Remember those people that the mother was controlling and they weren't quite like people?
I know, I hugged one of them. For a long time.
Yeah, you got real close to it, yeah.
I thought it was my friend, but it was not my friend. It was so gross.
They're lucky you didn't get the rash or anything.
You
Maybe
looked
that's where
happy
the
for
rash.
a while.
Maybe this is where the rash comes from.
Well,
I don't suppose there's another bungle mother here controlling these guys. That can't be right.
I get the feeling there's this night. Don't worry about how things are often connected when we, even if they don't seem to be like. I think we're gonna find that whatever's trying to kill the druids is connected to this whole thing. I mean, who would want to kill druids other than someone who was busy like spreading rot and pestilence through nature? So I'm just thinking, I'm thinking if this whole thing's a mushroom, so far we've just seen the tip.
Just the tip.
Wow.
So you guys continue on.
Somebody had to say it. Sorry. All right, moving on.
Nobody did.
Nobody had to say anything. You guys are obviously not going to engage with these creatures, but you take note of them unless you want to, which I don't think that you're indicating that.
Unless Santi wants to go and hug one of them, no.
No.
Yeah.
We're not going to go near him.
They look diseased or of some sort of strange approximation of an elk. That's the best you can tell. And
If I try to hug one of them, please slap me.
Are there pineapple? Are there children among them, like foals?
No, doesn't appear so. And they don't even appear to really be grazing. It's almost like it's going through a motion that doesn't really make sense.
a pale imitation of life,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
a diseased.
Just like those things
Yeah.
by the mother.
Definitely some rotten and Greyhawk.
So
I think we're
Time to burn out this pestilence, right?
it's funny you say that because the landscape here looks like it's been burned.
There's ash everywhere.
Yeah. And from the ashes, you continue south, bypassing this herd of faceless fungal covered creatures. And the trail leads through random pockets of mist that have descended upon the landscape, copses of decayed trees. You pass through what was at one time maybe a beautiful grove. Now trees dead, rotted, large branches having broken off and fallen to the ground and decayed and been absorbed by the earth. You continue forward and you pass the grove. You leave it behind you. And the first thing that you notice as you look out at the path in front of you is that there are 6 figures, humanoid, and they appear to be kneeling in a circle on the road in front of you. And that, my friends, is where we're going to end. We'll hold that question and we'll come back to this in our next session. As you draw closer to the Standing Stones of Ignis and the Pestilence and, what did you say? Pestilence and Rot that has descended upon this landscape.
Not very healthy.
Yes. All right. Well, there we go. We're on our way to battle some pestilence and rot. Thank you to the chat for hanging with us and cheering us along the way. Really quick reminder that we do have a giveaway going on. If you should be interested, we're giving away the amazing Encounters in Places, The Hunt, which is pretty awesome. All you have to do to be entered to win is to type !drawing in the chat, and you will be entered to win. This thing is pretty sweet. Before we give this away, however, we want to go around the virtual tabletop and have our players reintroduce themselves, tell us what they've got going on in the immediate future that we can promote. And let's start with Andy G3D.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and on Discord. You can find me here every Tuesday night playing Desmond, getting cursed, having fun, running around Greyhawk. We have a good time. And I also help out with Bleak's streams on Thursday nights. So come check those out as well.
Dabbing and styling.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy. Let's jump over to Shelly.
Hey, yo, I am Shelly, and you can find me on Twitter, still at Real Flea Monkey. You can also find me on Twitch and Discord as Flea Monkey. Also, you can find me on Wednesdays over at Tithalanos' channel, doing a little Pathfinder 2E, playing a goblin, doing the goblin stuff, and then obviously back here on Tuesdays, doing this.
Thank you so much, Shelly. Can't wait to see you this weekend for GuildCon. We're going to have so much fun.
It's gonna be dope.
Ashley's going to be there too. Hi, Ash. Let's jump over to you next.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. I am Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky, Minnesota Muse on our Discord, and Minnesota Muse 99 on Threads. So come on by, join our Discord, join our Facebook, friend me. It'll be a good time. And I'm pretty much only on this at Heroes of Greyhawk, but I will be in the Pirate board game that is happening in 2 weeks. So I'll be playing a pirate. Oh gosh, it's gonna be wild.
We had so much fun creating our characters last night. I mean, that's like really part of the fun is character generation. Ashley's character is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Paley. Old Paley. All right. Thank you, Ashley. Can't wait to see you this weekend. Looking forward to that. And let's jump over to Bleak Season.
Yeah, hey everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. We super appreciate it in the Bleak Season on all the things. As far as what's going on tomorrow on my channel, Twitch, Double League season, I have a Penny Dreadful game that is starting with some good friends of ours. It's going to be a fun little series that we're going to do using the Vaesen rules. And then not this Thursday, but Thursday next week, Andy and I are going to be doing a brand new Lord of the Rings story arc that's going to end the trilogy that we've been working on for a little while now, the Headless Cross. So pretty excited about that. And Gump and I are going to be hanging out here this weekend because we're the only ones who are not getting to go to GuildCon because my job is
sorry to hear that, man.
is
Real life.
I think it's bullshit.
but Gump and I will hang out here and
okay.
yeah.
Next topic.
We'll hang out with you guys virtually.
Yep.
It's
Have
bullshit
fun
that
at
you can't come.
GuildCon, y'all. Have fun storming the castle. But thank you all for hanging out with us. Super appreciate it. See you.
Thanks, Bleak. Can't wait to
Welcome.
see your new games that are coming up. Love it, love it, love it all. Hey, my name's Dave. You guys know me. I play games, produce games, and run games here in Guild Superior, and I'm really excited to play more games. So if you're interested in getting involved in some of the games, you ought to come over and join our Discord community because we've got a pretty awesome group of nerds that hang out, talk about games and other weird stuff, and post a lot of GIFs or GIFs, whatever you want to call it. That's fine. I call them GIFs. But yeah, we have a good time. Come on over and hang out with us and maybe get involved in some of our gaming. We are going to give away some loot. And after we do that, we're going to raid some friends. So first of all, if you haven't already entered to win, get in there right now. We're giving away the Amazing Encounters and Places, the Hunt, which is an awesome supplement for your 5th edition games. And if you're a dungeon master, you'll love this kind of stuff from our friends at CZRPG. I know I do. If you're a player and you win, you could give it to your dungeon master and they could turn it into part of your game. So it's a win-win situation. Let's go ahead and get a 5-second countdown from Ashley because that's sort of the tradition. I don't know how that happened, but Ashley, if you would, please.
All right, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here we go. Scottish Jeff
Scottish?
has won the giveaway. Scottish Jeff, congratulations, my friend. We'll be playing in a game here in October together, and you have just won the giveaway. So I think you're still here. I feel like I just saw
Scottish
you
Jeff
recently.
is out there single-handedly keeping the chat going, man.
I know.
Oh, card
Scottish Jeff is doing some serious
sad.
heavy lifting. Oh, Cardman. There we go.
He's
Hell
here.
yeah.
They're here.
Scottish Jeff, I will get in touch with you on that, and we're going to go ahead and raid into our friends over at Casters. Oh, let's see. They just switched over, didn't they? Let's find somebody who's not at the end of their game. Ooh. We'll go over to Magi RPG. It looks like they're playing some Blades in the Dark, which I have not played.
Oh, we
So-
should play that
Haven't either.
sometime, man.
We should. I have not played that. I'm excited
I
to. All
own it.
right.
I'll
Let's
dig it
do
out.
it. Let's absolutely do it. All right, we're
Oh,
gonna go
yeah.
ahead and raid these beautiful people. Give them some good old fashioned Guild Superior love. We love you. We appreciate you for hanging out with